All right. So, ready for some dash cams? Police chasing, to be exact. These typically come from Arkansas and Atlanta, which shall be a fun time, because the reason why that most of these good police chase cases come from there is because a lot of criminals drive through these states. They have a lot of long highways, but also the law enforcement there doesn't fuck around. More importantly, they actually try to get you off the road. And their state patrol is a bit of a hard ass. For better or for worse. And we're about to see some truly stupendous moments.
From a suspect in Arkansas who pushed his yellow Charger to the limit, and a wild pickup chase in Oklahoma that put 2 teenagers behind bars,
of course,
to a suspect who was seeing stars when he hit a concrete wall, and so much more. Here are 57 minutes of
Why are they all Dodge Chargers, you ask? Well, the suspect demographics will prove why. As I said before, I can profile you per your car.
Extreme police chases.
Something right, about to crash out.
Definitely gonna be some white trash with these pickups here. Teenagers, shiny rims on a pickup like this, old pickup. I'm always for like single cab simplistic pickups, but you know these are gonna be white trash suburban boys that want to play country, and they think they're outlaws. Oh, Ford. That's concrete, baby.
Nope, he's back on the road right now. Blue tire, TDI, good TDI.
Officer Maloney was on patrol in Oklahoma City when he attempted to
I just saw the visage of the driver. He's white.
Stop a pickup for what should have been a minor traffic infraction. The rear license plate light was out, making it difficult to read the tag. But instead of pulling...
That is something people often forget. When I would work in shops, if I was a criminal, I'd use a stolen car. Well, that's the thing. People know what cars people typically steal. And having a stolen car nowadays especially is hard, because people often forget how much tracking is on board these vehicles nowadays. Maloney, yeah. Yeah, Officer Maloney. I think he's actually one of the star-studded cast of the OKC State Patrol cars. But what people often forget from Police Academy, I don't know. I haven't seen Police Academy. But what people often forget is that when I have to sell light jobs to people, like when I'm doing an inspection on a car for an oil change and 48-point inspection. Most customers get uppity a bit with me. It's like, why are you trying to sell me a light? Are you trying to scam me? And I show them the light. It's like, listen, it's not me. And this comes in both Canada, Europe, United States. I tell them, listen, the transportation officers will find this and they will try to pull you over and run you for a hard time. OPP or, provincial police officers or highway officers in general will give you a hard ass time because it's their job to do it. This is basically easy money for them to get tickets for. It's a little peanut bulb, takes no time for me to replace. Just, you're Ontarian too? Unfortunately. Or formerly was, unfortunately. Anyway, spend the $5 and get the job done for the little peanut 194 bulb. That's typically what they are, unless they're like one of the dual banded side ones, and I'm not really a fan of those ones. But either way, it's cheaper to get the lights done than it is to be pulled over. But I always say whenever these situations come here, right? And funny thing is, for my time watching dash cam videos and watching police videos, whether it be from the States, Canada, anywhere, a lot of these guys who do this have no priors. They are not even suspects, and they don't have any actual outstanding warrants on them. They run for no fucking reason half the time. And they're... Well, actually, if it's the whites when they have outstanding warrants, that's when they run. For some reason, when it comes to all the minorities we saw yesterday with the police chasing, and it's just from my experience, they fucking run. They turned a minor traffic violation into a felony. And they'll scream in the car, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. It's like, you did something. You did something fucking stupid. You put how many people's life at risk doing what you did over a minor traffic infringement. And you yip out for the officer All it is wallet in hand, hands on the steering wheel, look at the officer, tell him, good evening, officer, what seems to be the problem? Officer tells you your problem, you don't give him lip smirk or anything, you act and you keep that radio down. People give that Chris Rock skit is still in my fucking head. And you tell your passenger to shut the fuck up. A lot of people don't. They just yip off. And then you get a scene where then they pull something on an officer. After they run or whatever, and they try to pull something on an officer. And then you only get the scene of the officer opening fire to try and stop a shooting from happening. I know you're from Toronto, Aliana. I know you are. And you only get the aftermath, and then that's when people will always say, he was just innocent trying to be a good boy going to college. Nope. He did a lot of shit up to that prior. Or she did too. Right? It's a lot of nonsense you see up to that point. But what about all the cop shooting that happened? Jesus Christ, I wonder why those fucking cop shootings happened. Let's see the full video, which, by the way, once again, a lot of activists call for, let's have cops wear, body cams. I'm for that. Cops should wear body cams. What do the body cams give us? Oh, they show all this shit that all these people fucking did up to the point, and all these times, and all these violent actions they took to these officers to finally open fire on them. It broke any narrative of, let's give millions of dollars to a scam organization that ran off with the money and bought compounds with it. Right? It was run by a bunch of communist black women. That's what I always find funny. But I'm telling you here, these guys here, these are whites. These are two white boys in that car. I can tell you by the visage I just saw from the prequel, the preview of this. These guys are two white suburban boys that want to play redneck because cosplaying as a country tough boy redneck is apparently cool and popular with honkies nowadays, as opposed to being a wigger.
Over, the driver decided to turn a would-be warning.
It's kind of funny how time evolved
into felony charges.
Sugar 1060 Southwest 23rd Drive. He's taking off on it.
Yep. There he goes.
Partial tag is Robert David 427. Yeah, I'm going to be in pursuit coming up to a red. Yeah, I'm in pursuit. Just ran a red light south. On Southwest 23rd.
I understand what you're doing, Eliana. It's okay.
Turning east on Southwest 25th. Ram stop sign. Southbound Shields. Southbound Shields.
Thanks. Yeah, no problem.
The suspect.
Like, I'm not gonna take people in chat and out of context and just slap them on stream to humiliate them. I'm not that type of guy. I hate when streamers do that.
Maintained speeds between 70 and 80 miles per hour as he weaved between cars and blew through multiple intersections. That's when the rain started falling, and the road suddenly became a little extra slippery.
Southbound Drive. About to crash out.
See, that's laughable to me. Because I used to drive my parents. My parents used to have trucks. Actually, we still do. But when I was in high school, I had to borrow a vehicle. And I got the old shipbox work truck. And naturally, most trucks sold with work trucks have a limited slip differential. The limited slip differential means that when you lose traction, both tires will still spin for the most part. Most vehicles will come equipped with open differentials because this allows when traction's lost, it allows one wheel to turn slower through the axles being the division between the power being sent down to the axle shaft. So the axle shaft's being diverted to which side has more traction, which one has less traction. And the one that has less traction will typically spin more, but your one with the less traction will spin less, but will get more torque lower down to so-called correct during hazardous conditions like during snowfall or rain. Not my typical thing because I've had many times with understeering with open differentials. That's why whenever people modify their cars, they always opt to put in limited slip differentials if they know what they're doing. Whether it be front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, you name it. It's just outright better. It's pitiable for me to see these guys go off-road like that because I'm pretty sure that truck came equipped with a limited slip differential from the factory. And to spin out like that, to understeer like that in the truck. This truck I drove, single cab, 8-foot bed, right? Big boy. It was a 1500. Sorry. It was a Silverado 1500. It wasn't like a massive truck, but this is a 1500 as well. Snowfall was in. I had to get to work, and it was a massive blizzard. I drifted that thing. I would crab walk that truck down suburban streets. People are still stuck in their lifted Subarus and their lifted crossovers, and they're digging themselves down. They're watching me as I come down the street, and snow is still covering snow and ice covering the whole streets. It's early in the morning. I'm crab walking sideways, controlling the throttle and with the gas, traction control off. I'm just crab walking this massive truck sideways down the street. Not because it's fun, because I know how to do it, right? If you want to be a country boy, you actually got to learn how to drive like a country boy. And here's the thing: not only did I learn how to drive like a country boy, I also learned how to drive like a rally driver, because I got taught how to do so. And quite frankly, that's made me more of a safer driver than most people on the road. Learning both defensive and offensive driving has made me a lot more safer on the road. I took those courses willingly because I have a passion for driving and for cars.
So southbound route, that's Southwest 30th. Light traffic. 20s, as we approach your dead end. You just went off road.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's stuck. They bomb themselves out. Might even be 4-wheel drive. No, wait. Watch the spin. Nope, rear-wheel drive only. Oh, it's only a 2-wheel drive truck. Yeah, you don't have the capability to crawl up that hill. No, you're done. All that weight's in the rear, buddy.
32nd. He's like in a ravine right now. He's slow moving though. All right, someone go to the opposite side, to the east. He's cutting in like a river.
And they're gonna swamp it.
Where you at, Jerome?
We're in like the Broadway and 31st technically, to the east. He's cutting down the river right now. A little pond. He's trying to make his way back up right now though.
Your incident has been updated. You got some Sammy, got the
There he is.
over here. Can he make over to Santa Fe?
Nope, he's back on the road right now. About to come out to 29. He's on two Hispanic males also. So give
He fucked up his axle. You can see
me a
that.
second. We're gonna be eastbound on 29th now. I'll be lead guard calling it.
See that front axle there? He's fucked it up. It's all bent. He lost all his front shock there. It's blown. It's dipping over.
The off-road detour didn't do anything to help the suspect. He might have lost Officer Maloney, but now Sergeant Gray and Officer Stillwell are hot on his tail. The latter took the lead as the suspect led officers into the busy downtown area. They needed to stop this guy now before someone got hurt.
Coming up to the red light.
Yeah, this is where all the crimes also. That's why I'm fully on board when it comes to these chases, where you absolutely jack the charges up, because this here, I hate this. And I told it in story before. I told it on stream yesterday. And I will always explain it. I used to be a street racer when I was a teenager. I drove, when I bought my first car. I never got a first car when I bought my first car, because I buy everything myself. I was taught by the value of $1. Everything I have, I own. So earned by money that I worked out my own sweat and blood and tears. And when I had my first car, Volvo C30 T5, I called her Roberta. She was my pride and joy for about 5 years, and then was killed because some middle-aged fat white woman slammed into the rear of me and fucked up the rear bumper because she was eating a cheeseburger. I was at a dead stop and she was going like 50, 60 kilometers an hour. That was her excuse. She was eating a cheeseburger. Please don't press charges against me. I fucking pressed charges against her. I ran her through the insurance. Like, I wrung her drive-through insurance. Because I was pissed. Because Roberta was my love was basically one of the reasons why I kind of felt alive. She was my love for a while. And that sounds weird to talk about a car, but she really did mean a lot to me. She still does. I have parts of her. I moved her onto my new car, Victoria. But I loved Roberta dearly. But when I used to street race with her, and this was during COVID, we'd go up to this valley road, and I would meet with people there. These weren't friends. These people we just ran because we met at this one course, and we'd always wait till twilight. We'd always observe the road and give like a couple probing runs before we'd ever start racing. We checked to make sure there's no cyclists, no people walking their animals. The few homes that were there that everyone was tucked to bed. And then we'd go racing. We had protocols, we had setups, we had shutdowns, we had everything between. We did time trial running. It was very organized. It was not through social media, it was through word of mouth. And I was probably the youngest one there. I've had many stories of my time doing this. I've had many people I met and who different cars I raced. Many of them I was able to win against. I'm not like a fucking anime protagonist here. I had of course my share of defeats as well, but I was a pretty skilled driver at this point because I was driving frequently nonstop for different jobs and different delivery services. I was in different vehicles, in my own vehicle, my own family's old shitbox hatchback, and I drove that. That was a manual. I learned how to race through that too. But we never ever went on suburban roads. In fact, we would actually file reports if we saw someone on a suburban road trying to drag race each other because it was a case of that's going to kill someone. I guess there's codes and ethics to racing, because the problem is a lot of tracks cost too much money to go to just race yourself or do open lap days. They charge hundreds of dollars to do it now for like 1 or 2 laps. It's disgusting. And there's very few tracks left anymore to do it. And unfortunately, you have to learn somewhere, unless racing only belongs to the upper class rich boys, which kind of ironically defeats the purpose of what a lot of these people who vote these traffic laws into and vehicle laws into are typically more communistic, if not just elderly or just nepotistic people, or socialists, or even socialists outright, that will vote these traffic laws because it basically helps kill any creativity or any extra community that young men or young women even sometimes can get into. Making it only for the uber rich and their little lackeys and friends. But I used to drive, and I've been in times where my car was a very powerful. It was a moderately powerful hot hatchback when I tuned her up. Mostly bolt-ons. It wasn't a full bolt-on sweep, but she made about 300 wheel horsepower. And a 5-cylinder Volvo T5 makes a lot of noise. It's a very growly motor. However, in city driving, I'd only go below 2,000 RPM. Never let her sing. I'd always keep her very mild. And I had a lot of these jackasses that would try to drag race you at a stoplight. And I always refused to. I never did. I just always let them have their fun and get caught by the police that were down the road. I never revved up or anything. Cops always ignored me because I went the speed limit in these suburban areas or these crowded city streets. It's because I had the discipline to learn how to do this stuff. And I'm fully on board when it comes to coming to school zones and suburban areas and for cities areas to jack the charges up on felony charges for, stunt driving like this, because in zones like those, that's where the fatalities happen. That's where also recently you got that one guy, and it was a black guy who ran over this little black girl, and he purposely aimed his V6 Charger to run her over for no fucking reason, just because he felt like it. Killed this poor girl on her bicycle on the street. Road is supposed to be 30 kilometers an hour. I think it was like a 20 mile per hour zone, it was maximum. He went up to about 65 miles per hour. Just straight lined and swerved into her purposefully. And his father's going, well, yeah, but Dad didn't do nothing. He's a good boy trying to go to college. Literally pulled that shtick. There was full footage from a Ring door camera of this shit. I hate people that do that shit. More than just the fact that he killed someone purposefully. He killed a child intentionally. I hate people who do this fucking shit. Because I do all this shit and love my car, love automotive, love racing so much, and have all these fucking codes of honor I follow by, and that many other people follow by too, and you get little cocksuckers like this that do this shit. Fuck them. Fuck them with a rhino's dick.
And they slowed down. We're going to be southbound on Hudson now. 15, go ahead and take the lead.
Going for the kill, boy. Come on.
come back to
Yeah, and his
49
tire's blown too. You can see it now. It's smoking up. He's blown his tire as well.
right now.
He probably ripped it right off the rim when he dumped into that ditch as well. The rear camber on that rear axle, it's bent. And remember, people forget about this too. When you bend an axle on these trucks are solid rear axle. There's a solid metal tube with the axle internally in there. If he's got that shit cambered and bent like that from that drop in, oh, that thing is fucked up beyond all repair.
He's going west on 29, setting up.
15, you go ahead and call it. That's your number one.
Oh, okay, never mind. I stand corrected. He only blew the front shocks because I can still see that the rear one is actually not as bent as I thought it was. He's probably got some play definitely in his axle shaft, but he's the axle isn't bent as I thought. Because I thought that would be I thought it was absolutely bent. I'm like, that's devastating if you see that. But no, he's still got a blown front shock.
On 29, Master Walker. Light traffic, speeds 50.
And they can't pit maneuver him here either. He'll end up in a building and probably injuring, if not killing people. And it's a school zone they're in too. There's just a sign back there.
Dispatch, make sure Santa Fe knows, and if they're make sure they're monitoring on our channel if they're in the area.
They are.
Speeds 45. Took the TV out.
There it is.
TVI, good TVI.
Blue tire, TVI, good
Spin him out. Go for it. Charge him. Oh, you had your chance. That's the problem too. If they aren't the sheriff, they have to coordinate these pit maneuvers, and they can't just hop right in for that second shot at it. Because if they'd gone right into his T-bone him there, yeah, they would have taken him down. But also, that would have been considered police brutality, because it possibly would have injured the suspect beyond repair from a T-bone of that strike. It would have actually done a lot of damage to him.
He lost his tire back there.
Yeah, it's Pop. He's going down. Losing control now. Rain's kicking up. Yeah, he's got no traction. Spin out.
West on 23rd, or east on 23rd. Yeah, blue tire.
Come on. Good boy.
TBI.
Second TDI. Pin it. Ah. They just rammed us.
Kick it around and go for the kill.
3-1. I'll be one car. We're on Ollie.
Dragging this out, my God.
Passing 32nd now.
Hey, start aiming at 620 or 330 in Chartel.
No, that fairy kiss is not gonna do anything. He's done. The car's giving up now. You hear him revving it? Hands up, there you go.
31st and Ollie.
And to think, this whole thing started over a minor tag issue. Instead of receiving a warning, the 17-year-old driver was arrested and charged with felony fleeing, along with a slew of criminal traffic violations.
See what I say? Now, this is the passenger, but you see what I said about racially profiling? I told you these guys were fucking redneck wannabes. Oh, shit. Why did you have him in the front seat? And he's uncuffed. Why the fuck did you have him like this?
Violations.
You're off at 306. My car's been taken.
On April 26th of 2023, police in Crawford County, Missouri found drugs inside a pickup truck during a routine traffic stop. After providing a fake ID, the driver was detained and led away from his friends. A few minutes later, another state trooper arrived to deal with the passengers.
If you know who this guy is, because he won't tell me who he is. Not this guy. Just stay right there, sir. Don't know him? All right. Well, he's under arrest for methamphetamine. Yeah.
He's under arrest for meth.
Yeah, for meth.
Yo.
So,
Can you get out?
set your bag down, ma'am.
Can I get out?
Not right yet. As soon as she sets her bag,
Why is he under arrest for meth?
because he had meth in his pocket.
Are you serious?
Yep. Do you guys have anything illegal on your person?
We don't.
Okay. You still refuse to identify yourself?
Yeah. I mean, no, I'll whatever.
He didn't do anything wrong.
Well, he's in a truck that had meth in it right now, so I'll let you step out though. So you don't have no warrants?
No.
Okay.
What's your name? Mitch.
Mitch what?
Vaughn.
Step out, Nugget.
I got pocket knives.
Pocket knife, that's it. You guys don't have anything illegal on y'all's persons?
Look at that. This is definitely, this is Crawford County Police. They are definitely a meth couple. Look at this mess. That wide mouth, fat-lipped. Oh yeah, fuck. These are definitely creatures of the lagoon.
You guys don't have anything illegal on y'all's persons?
No.
You don't have a house to run into this time.
Nothing illegal on your person?
Tattooed all up and down her chest.
Nugget?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Missing teeth.
Talk to Nugget before.
Yeah, the last time we stopped for
Any
sure.
objections to us checking you to make sure you don't have anything illegal on your person?
No, I just told him. I only got his knife.
So you don't mind if he pats you down just to make sure you don't have nothing else? Okay.
Suspecting that Mr. Vaughn was lying about his name and date of birth, officers cuffed him and led him back to their squad car.
Oh, he's gonna pull that shit.
That's when he began complaining about his cuffs, claiming they were too tight. In hindsight, they weren't tight enough.
Why would you ever? I get it. I get it. Everyone's so, because departments need to be sued for police brutality and everything like this. Our lawyers are hawks for this shit. I would have just taken the bullet and have left him like this. I would have just ignored him.
Logan, how long you been clean? 2 days? Well, the girl you're with has been clean 3, so that's probably maybe 3 or 4 for you. Son, I wasn't born yesterday.
You can see his brain going back and forth, debating whether or not stealing the cop car is a good idea. In the
Yeah, and what I love too about people with like this low amount of intelligence and impulse control is that even when they're plotting their grand escape, they will fucking make it obvious what they're doing. They physically just can't help but not leave themselves restraint, or keep a restraint on their movements, and they're like, oh, should I? And it's like, yeah, well, obviously not going to be able to do so with your hands all cuffed up like that, which they should have been left cuffed up, but I digress.
end, the wrong side won.
Tell me how the guy you're running with went and the guy you're dating with said within 3 days you've been clean a month. He said he's been clean 3 days. You don't hang around people in the road if you're not clean. If you're off at 306, my car's...
Up ahead, State Trooper Ebeling saw the stolen police SUV screaming toward him.
Okay, so he follows him now? Oh, no, he's already taken off. That's a U-turn. There's Ebeling on the left. Oh, it's the same car. Never mind.
Vehicle just turned down 606 towards the
Man, this is gonna be a fun one.
Trooper Ebeling stayed on the stolen squad car's tail as the suspect fled through Crawford County. That's when the suspect decided to take the chase onto the rural dirt roads, where every hairpin turn can lead to a catastrophic accident.
Beautiful. And no... Oh, that's a tight... No, it's a cutoff.
306 raw, I just got struck by another vehicle trying to avoid colliding.
It's not the vehicle's fault for doing that. That was a cut-in. These are paved roads, and I doubt they're gonna be hairpins, because every time I hear police chase through winding country roads, all I can think of is my expertise in this type of, like, environment. And then myself, man, if I was a patrol officer, this would be my territory. But at that point, I'd also be requesting for lighter and smaller squad cars for this type of intercept, right? You'd have to go with smaller, like, compact sedans, as uncomfortable as it would be for the person in the back. If you were arresting someone, I don't give a shit. You gotta get something smaller and lighter to go through this. Unfortunately, they don't really make that too many compact lightweight sedans nowadays. But I like an Impreza would an Impreza or older Volvo compacts would have done the job here just nicely. In fact, they used to use T5 Volvos like S40s and S60s and V40s in the in Europe for their highway patrol officers, because the T5 could do the job just nicely. I don't know where you're gonna get all this money, because like by the time you start going on foot, they're gonna get the canines on you, and the fact that you're driving a car with all the trackers on it, it's a fucking squad car. They'll know where it is.
It's unclear if the police are even still behind him at this point. But even if they aren't, the likelihood of him getting away is extremely low. Police cars have onboard trackers, which help dispatchers see where all units are at any given time. Stealing one is like running from the cops with a homing beacon on your back. This guy clearly realized that about 20 minutes into his joyride.
To a stop on Highway Nora, just southwest with Circle.
Like at this point, the cops know he's already gone, but they can't just go out on the forest in case he does come back.
Thankfully, the suspect didn't make it very far after crashing the cop car. When they found him, they learned that he had an extensive criminal history, with several charges related to methamphetamine manufacturing and production, alongside arrests for forgery, stealing, and evidence tampering. Today's events earned him new charges for leaving the scene of an accident, stealing, and resisting. He later pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 7 years in jail. That sentence was ultimately suspended in 2024 in favor of a 5-year probation period.
We're gonna get back on the interstate. Oh, he's going the wrong. He's trying to turn around. I've done pitted him twice. He keeps spinning around in this dirt.
Officer Josh Middleton with the
this
Hazen,
one
Arkansas
we saw yesterday. Unfortunately, I know the outcome, but this is where my profiling skills came into play, because this is the most obvious basically 101 of profiling someone per their vehicle. And let's just say that yesterday I got it right. Young hood rat teen of the doctors and engineers persuasion screamed, "I didn't do nothing," when he got pulled out. I called it like a fucking mile away.
LAPD was on patrol when he attempted to stop this yellow Dodge Charger for a minor traffic infraction.
Yep.
Come on, I don't know what he's doing. He's throwing a bag around. We're at the end of the ramp. Shut it off!
Yeah, turn the car off.
Off! Turn the car off! Turn it off! He's running. He took a left. We're going over the overpass. We're going to get back on the interstate. Oh, he's going the wrong. He's trying to turn around. I hit him. Y'all come on, we're on the eastbound ramp. He's still taking off on me.
Since driving forward isn't working, the suspect decides to throw his banged-up yellow Charger in reverse.
I've done pitted him twice. He keeps spinning around in this dirt.
Of course it is.
We're right here. We keep hitting. Come on. Heads! Heads! Show me your heads! Shut it off!
Despite being held at gunpoint, the suspect refuses to give up. He revs the engine and spins his tires, desperate to break free from the officer's car.
Of course.
Cross road! So he's taking off again.
Yep. Of course it would be.
Clayton, I can't see. Yeah, so we're going back across overpass. Passing Loves. He's got rear end, looks like loose. He's going to lose it here in a minute.
The Charger struggles to maintain control as pieces keep flying off. It doesn't help that the rear axle is moments away from falling off entirely.
Yeah, you didn't see that.
Cookie, let me around you. I've already got damage from him hitting me. Whoever's coming at us, watch him. He's already hit me twice.
Hey, boy, I got a bike set up right here.
Yep. You see that axle is just, he's fishtailing, he's lost control. That axle's bending. The difference between this and the truck beforehand is, I once again, the truck had a solid rear axle. On most cars, since probably the 1980s for rear-wheel drive passenger vehicles that aren't trucks, they have what's called a CV axle. CV axle allows for a lot more flex, play, different things. It's better suited for just like, performance cars, right? You need adjustment for camber, for tight cornering, everything. The problem is, though, is that CV axles naturally are more exposed and thinner than solid rear axles. Therefore, they often are weaker and more susceptible to shock damage and being bent out of place. And especially now, this guy's probably bent the fuck also out of his suspension too. It's not like it's probably it's over for this car. It's over for the Chargers, because Dodge didn't do a solid rear or live axle design unlike Ford did for the Mustangs up until 2016. They had semi-independent rear suspension in the rear, and I believe did Dodge have double wishbone for the front for the Chargers and Challengers? It's the same platform. So essentially, they had this design here, which is better for, I guess, GT cars and for drag racing to get the shock in of the initial jump off the line. However, it's more susceptible to shock damage and being bent out of shape. And I'm not surprised that this Daytona here is about to go keels up, bottoms up.
Take cover, take cover.
Also, for a light infraction, once again, he's running for that reason. That's it.
The suspect turns to avoid the spikes, only to tailspin into a civilian vehicle. And yet, he keeps going.
Not for
At least
long,
the
though.
junkyard won't have much work to do when this chase finally ends.
That's a shame, though, because, like, the engine's still there, the transmission's still good, it's just, fucking hell, like the whole car's wrecked, unfortunately. Whether or not this was an actual Daytona or not, because once again, a lot of hood rats like to up badge their cars depending on how far they can get away with. At this point, for this model year, the Hellcat was non-existent, so you couldn't get away with that. Even someone with like room temp IQ would know that this is not a Hellcat from a mile away. However, you could get away with a Daytona up badge. That being said, though, and people often don't realize this too, is that Sirius Kovac here, like speaking on this, I like to go to junkyards that have pick your own, like the pick and pull type ones. You're allowed to go in there yourself with your own tools to pick what you want out. Because I hate going to junkyards that are like, request the part you want from us. I tell them I need it from this vehicle, this model, this number, and the person behind the desk doesn't know jack shit about cars. It literally is not even trained to work on cars. Doesn't even know what a fucking subframe is, and they'll go, what do you mean by that? And I just tell them, I want someone who actually knows what to talk to. And now pick and pulls are becoming more and more popular, despite insurance like saying, well, you shouldn't do that. That's dangerous, because so many people want to just get what they want, and you can't have just a bunch of like useless staff blocking the way at the front with no knowledge on cars doing jack fuck all. Actually, if you guys are looking for more car content that isn't related to my channel, just subscribe to Sirius Go Back VT. We got some stuff coming down the pipeline that isn't reacts. It's actually homemade content. Check out Kurosu Myself. Kurosu Myself is a Dallas, I think he's Houston-based car channel, and he had a whole series of him building up his 1999 Civic Coupe with parts he found at a junkyard, and doing DIYs how to do it for yourself on the cheap. So he dressed it up. It's not performance built, but he basically repaired, dressed up, and modified a whole Civic back to a majority pristine or good condition from a beater with parts he found at a junkyard only. Basically showing you how to save money and how to build from the ground up. Then again, if you're also in places like Houston or more populated places down the States, you will have better luck at finding non-rusted parts and also a larger variety of cars that were totaled during these type of chases and that were sent to the junkyard.
Hey, get him out! Head! Head! Say you get your ass, get off! You lay the down! Alright. Clear the vehicle, Cookie, clear the vehicle! Well, that was stupid. I know. Why didn't you stop?
Yep, see? I called it. Always called it yesterday.
Hey, you got felony fleeing and a whole bunch of other charges. Will I be able to get out tonight? No,
no, what the fuck are you asking that for?
Later identified as Delvin Sally, should have exercised his right to remain silent. When officers asked why he ran, he said it was because he usually gets away.
He probably did this to a lot of city police officers. They have to call off chases, and also, you know how the justice system works. He'll probably be out within no time. Even if it's Arkansas, you got enough like ideologically captured judges, typically women, that will do shit. You guys ever see that video recently of that one district judge in somewhere in the States that the DA or someone who was pretty much annoyed with her, they're about to enter her chamber, to ask her a question. And they saw through the crack on the door, she had her headphones on, and she started to get up on her table and start dancing and twerking, like actually twerking in her justice robes to probably, I think it was Cardi B, actually, she didn't even have headphones on. She didn't, of course, the stereotype plays itself. She fucking had speakers, and she was blasting Cardi B, and she was twerking on top of her desk, right? And then he just kind of opened the door and walked in, and it's like, I need to talk to you, and she looked mortified. Partially, it's like, what's he doing here? It's like, no, I had the right to come in. It's not a private chamber, it's an open chamber. I'm allowed to come in here. And basically said, yeah, I need you to fill this out. And it's like, he basically recorded the whole thing. It's like, this is how unserious the judges are in our district. How actually lack of, not just etiquette, but also qualifications on the job too, mind you. Not in the privacy of our own home. On the job, in the chambers of the courthouse, doing this shit.
Also had 2 pounds of marijuana in the car, which didn't help his case.
Yeah, for also Arkansas has not decriminalized marijuana, which, by the way, I'm not for marijuana in general. I don't think it should be a criminal crime. However, that being said, it should not be legalized to where you can sell it. I believe it should only be cannabis plants should only be grown, but should not be sold, because it's done a lot more damage in terms of intelligence loss amongst the youth. You've also seen that just people who are stoned out their mind on campus all the time, and they're absolutely bumbling retards when they aren't even high. It's absolutely an addictive substance that people don't like to say it's addictive, but it truly is, because your body wants and craves that high, and people will just toke it more and more and more, and become more lethargic, fat, and just dumber over time through mass use and abuse of it. I'm against cannabis outright. I'm sorry. I don't know some people want to get up my ass about it. When it comes to criminalization of it, I don't think it should be criminalized, but neither should be legalized for sale. That's my personal opinion on it. And that's more so of a personal vendetta of knowing people I had to deal with who were just obnoxiously, who were obnoxious stoners. Good lad.
I believe he's down.
Buick.
Shot fired.
Skylark, I think?
He's fired 2 rounds.
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
Long gun. Looked like an AK-47.
Not an AK-47, it's me, a fucking Draco. Okay. So this one would be a bit of a curveball to some people, because a lot of old folks do drive these older Buicks and older GM, like, I think W-body platforms, what they're called? No, that's not W-body. Actually, it might be W-body platform. But a lot of old folks drive these ones too. Even some college students would drive these from hand-me-downs from grandma. I've known a few. In fact, I drove my I did my driver's test in my grandma's Grand Am 03 Grand Am. However, that being said, this is also a car for hood rats that are starting out. And when I heard AK-47, that's not going to be an AK-47. What that is a semi-automatic Draco. And if you don't know what Draco is, donut operator, and Brendan Herrera will gladly tell you it is the prime weapon of hood rats, because it's not typical. It's a semi-automatic legalized assault rifle, dirt cheap AK-47 you can pick up. Actually, no, it's not even an assault rifle. It's a fucking assault pistol. It's a semi-automatic pistol technically in classification, because it's a AK-47 without the elongated barrel and elongated stock. It looks like an automatic, but it's really semi-automatic. Now there are some switch kits for it, but hood rats fucking love these things because they will try to dress them up to make them look like AKs to act hard and tough. But Dracos are known to be dirt fucking cheap and the prime weapon of hood rats and drive-bys. As of more recently, used to be the Glock, but the Draco's really taken over because in terms of reputation and appearance, for the same price you can get a Glock for, a Draco does the job.
It was July 29th of 2021. ASP Trooper Tyler Langley was watching the highways near Little Rock when a speeding silver sedan passed him in the opposite direction.
Hey,
it's Chad from State Police Troop A. I just letting you guys know that we are currently in pursuit of a vehicle. It's a stolen vehicle out of Little Rock. We are 40 westbound at the 129.
Okay, that's good. I was gonna say something because his lights weren't on. I didn't realize his lights were not on, but until too late. If a cop comes up behind you and they have their lights on, just like any EMS, EMT, firefighting, you name it, if there's lights on, you move out the way or try to get the shoulder of the road to get out their way. It's just basic common traffic laws. Simultaneously, too, if a funeral procession comes along the way, and this is not dictated by law, it's no longer being a law for a lot of places, but there are still some places that will do this, and I would highly advise doing it to keep up the trend and tradition. If there's a funeral procession, do the same thing as well. It's to show respect. But this, it was only until he got up on their tail that he dropped the lights on, and then they naturally did move naturally, of course, which is great. I like that. I like to say that's cooperation, because there's been a lot of police chases where people are just so lackadaisical and they won't get out the way.
Are you needing assistance or are you just letting us know?
Just letting you know at this time.
Okay, thank you.
In literary terms, that's called foreshadowing. The officer raced ahead to catch up with the stolen vehicle, ready to pursue if the driver did something stupid.
Now, why would they steal this? I don't know.
66 over on 1024.
Because these weren't ones to have that powerful of a V6 engine, and even the kits for these things aren't that great. This didn't have the 3400 supercharged engine, as far as I'm aware of. I don't think this one is that trim. So why he has it, I don't know, because these are no longer conspicuous for hood rats anymore, even if you're trying to go undercover. These are no longer inconspicuous. They're very conspicuous nowadays.
40 west. West, 129, Arkansas, 156, 0 Henry, 156, ZHH. On that silver Buick.
Okay, he's swerving lanes.
Century.
Telltale. He's swerving.
Little Rock, just be advised, we still haven't stopped. We've gone from the right lane to the left lane. Back to the right lane.
Just came back, took a dude we got some cars at a local shop. No Nikkei, unfortunately, flying out a Digimon deck. Cool, cool. I didn't know they sell Nikkei gaming cards, trading cards. And I've said this before too. I spoke on this. If I ever get large enough as a VTuber and merchandise-wise, and ever work with a company, doesn't matter which one it is. I know there's lots of companies and everyone is doing the same thing. Everyone wants to do the VTuber gaming cards. Everyone wants to do VTuber gaming cards, but it's because a lot of VTubers unfortunately have dropped the kayfabe that used to be around with themselves, including lore and everything around that. And they just have their own character. Now, I feel as though gaming cards are just the dumbest thing possible nowadays because no one plays TCGs anymore. Hardly anyone plays TCGs anymore. A lot of them don't have half-baked rules and ideas. And you have great artists that do all the work for you and they just cover over with like text with like goofy sayings and like goofy attack moves and fake items and everything. Just make cigarette cards. Make trading cards of a VTuber if you really want to do that. And don't sell for a fucking arm and a leg and don't try to make a rarity and specialty rare just for scarcity cards. Just say this is going to be our print run. This is our probing print run. We can add to a set and packs later. Kind of do what like sport cards do, like baseline upper deck cards or like anything of that sort. And just make, you know, with a reverse on the back being like descriptions of what the VTuber is or like things about them, you know, statistics about their height or like the character lore. Just do that shit. Focus more on the art. They have some, but the ones I got last time were Union and Arena era crossover different cards. Serious. Okay. Yeah, but what I'm getting at here is that I really don't understand when it comes to like every VTuber like startup merchandise company wants to do a trading card, like a gaming card set. It's like no, don't do trading card games anymore. I'd say do cigarette cards, or do trading, just like do sports card, like a sport card format where basically you have the back end light. Like I know when people hear me say, "Oh, sport card, you want to have a VTuber do like sports statistics and everything?" No, it's how cigarette cards used to be. Hey Shar, welcome back. How cigarette cards used to be, where you just have shit on the back, like information essentially. That's what cigarette cards are. That's the best way I can describe it. And since VTubing also has like a very mature audience for the most part, like typically like adults between the ages of 18 to like 35 is the average age demographic. Why not just make like pinup cards? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking of. They used to make those. Buick, and that's not Park Avenue. It's too small to be a Park Avenue. I don't think it's a Skylark though. I can't remember what these ones are called. It's not in bad condition. I get the knowledge of like making a new card game is hard. Most players don't want to play a new card game. Exactly. And too many of those card games they fail in the ROI, the return on investment, because people treat it as like a. So I agree. Just making cards with info on the back is fine by me. Yeah, exactly. It's just too many people do the cards and the collectible rare cards you can just resell and get value. It's like we're talking about niche micro niche internet celebrities, right? That shelf life of 10 years in the prime or 5 years at maximum. Like, and that's only for the guys. My question with that comes with the territory of, these are real people that can do fuck up, can fuck up a lot more than a sports athlete can. Depending on their crime, or it depends on what they did in drama. Everyone drops someone over like petty high school drama shit. So my question is it even like worth it trying to make it for scarcity, or do you just want to just keep it simple, stupid, and just keep more focused on the art and the info on it, and make it more of a novelty they can sell alongside, like supplement tubs? I'm just saying. Why not, for one tub you get a pack of these cards? Ooh, it seems like I understand how these things go a lot more than most people. Then again, we have a built-in audience. People will gobble this shit up because they believe everything's an ROI. I mean, I really like gamer subs. I know people are gonna infer that I don't like it. I fucking love gamer subs. I drink it all the time. My problem is that, like, just they got rid of the vinyl stickers and they got rid of the vinyl stickers entirely just to throw in for stuff, and I miss them. Worse than the sport athlete, people still love Kobe despite his controversies.
The failed pit allowed the suspect to put some...
Kobe ain't around anymore. That also, tragic deaths also boost the price up on most things.
Distance between himself and the trooper. He's already shown wanton disregard for human life by driving on the wrong side of the road. The officer could
I don't know what people know about it either. The moment you try to bring up Kobe had shit against him, people will come down on your ass for it because he's a superhero. How he's a super athlete. How dare you speak ill of the dead and everything? It's just even before he died, he was like, "Yo, he's the king. He's the king." It's just kind of like, yes, I do want to know if there's any validation to these assaults because here's the thing. Once again, everything's alleged. Innocent until proven guilty. However, you can't just lay on the fact of his own legend of proving he was innocent or not, right?
This guy would try anything to escape, and yet what happened next still caught him off guard.
I believe he's out. Shot fired, Little Rock.
Yep, he fired shots at them. There's the Draco.
Is there anybody close? He's fired 2 rounds out of the back glass.
Now the cops are too afraid to get close now.
AK-47.
It's Draco, guys. That wasn't rapid fire, that was a Draco. Oh man, come on.
He's about to be in the right lane.
What the hell is that for? Ah, of course there it is. There's the fucking... Oh, shirtless too! And there's the hood rat queen. Yep, there's the queen.
We're on foot, shot fired, out fired.
She's walking off, she's walking... I didn't do anything, I'll go back to the shop in the week, but I expect not like any full fires until the interests me so far. I think about doing. Okay, going back to this though. Yeah, no, I fucking called it. He fired off shots, shirtless. I'm a hood rat, hood shit. I'm running off. And there's his fucking hood queen walking off. Yeah.
We're on foot.
Booty shorts.
On foot, shot fired.
No, those are Daisy Dukes with tassels and. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Okay, yeah, over. Get over. Okay. Get over.
Yeah, call her over.
Put your hands behind your back.
She thought she'd just walk off. There he is.
You all right?
The suspect, 25-year-old Edward House of Little Rock, was arrested and charged with aggravated assault, fleeing, theft by receiving, speeding, and false imprisonment due to subjecting his passenger to the chase.
Yep. Thankfully, in her defense, she probably got dragged into it. Seems like she wasn't really involved in that regard, unless they know that, she was like accomplice or anything else. I don't know why the fuck she was going around in a stolen car. Maybe unless he stole it and was like, hey, look at my whip I just got here, and just pulled her into it. Yeah.
According to the female, Mr. House intended to delete the officer permanently when he fired his AK out the window. He's lucky none of the rounds struck Trooper Langley or innocent civilians.
Why am I not surprised? Whenever you see these hood rats, they fire off at cops, it's never fucking warning shots. People go, he did a one shot. Like, they'll defend him down to the fucking T even when they are when they're hands down raping a woman and they got a gun in her head and shots fired at officers. They'll fucking claim innocence, and he yabba dabba didn't do nothing. But here it is, once again, they fucking aim to kill. They don't ever aim to fucking warn you off. They always aim to kill.
His case hung in limbo as he and another suspect were tied to an alleged drug and gang violence ring in central Arkansas.
Delete, he says.
Sentencing documents
Delete what
from
the
2000...
YouTube channel says, because YouTube doesn't like when you use naughty words. I get myself shot up in the algorithm because I say all the naughty words that YouTube doesn't like me to say, because I treat cases with the same severity it is. Right? I treat every case with the severity it is. I don't use dumbed down, safe for work, newspeak, because it might offend someone, it might offend an advertiser. Ooh, no, I call a spade and I say what a problem is. Fucking hell, I've spoken how I try to kill myself. Whoop-de-doo. I've said that on stream before. Guess what? I've clipped that before too. What are you gonna do about it? Okay? If I don't treat everything with the severity it needs to be treated with, then we just treat like horrific acts like this as the end all be all. Like we treat horrific acts or intentions with a lack of severity that it needs, and we give credence to petty drama like it's the new crime, like that'll last for months on end, is like the new apocalypse.
25 indicate that he also pleaded guilty to capital homicide charges, earning him 80 years in prison.
Remember this, and what's my proof to any of this, besides actual political idealization, double standards in policing, because we're talking about policing here. Carmelo Anthony, right? Killed Colin Metcalf, dead to rights right there. He got a low bail bond. They're postponing his trial until he finishes high school. And basically, it's a fucking joke because of his skin color. You had the guy that the fucker that killed Arena's Ukrainian, the Ukrainian girl, right? Because there's been so many different cases, but Arena's killer recently was told that he could not stand trial recently because he was too mentally unstable. After 49 prior times he was brought into prison, and then they let him go every single time, eventually killing that girl for racial motivated crimes. Despite how schizophrenic he was still saying, I got that white bitch, and everyone else in that subway, because they were all black, saw this white girl get killed and did jack shit about it because it's not my problem. I have to kill a white bitch. Who cares? Kill whitey. Get my reparations, get my welfare. That fucking shit happened. You know what else? Right? But by the way, but apparently we have to have a long-winded trial that gets immediately taken to court, and there's a big outcry for it because that one woman in Minnesota called that supposed 6-year-old. We don't even know the fucking kid's age. We don't even know if he has autism because he was a Somali, and the Somalians were fucking scamming people for autism, were putting kids falsely down as autism to get more money from government from government stipes, right? Alongside the daycares, alongside everything else in fucking little Mogadishu, they're trying to aim for her to get a fucking prison sentence for saying the N-word. And the guy who recorded her was a child sex offender that got released out of prison, and even though dead to rights was a sex offender, the fucking black judge took him off the sex offender registry. And he was in a children's playground. Beats me. Why do we have all these problems? Beats fucking me.
Prison.
That was a long-winded tangent. Here we go. There it is. Hellcat. Oh.
It was February 3rd of 2025. ASP Trooper Collier Wright was stationary on the side of I-40 near the Arkansas-Tennessee border when a call came over the radio about a chase in progress. The suspect in a black and orange Dodge Charger was heading his way after fleeing the scene of a traffic stop. He could literally feel it when the driver sped by at nearly 140 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Now, it was time to catch up.
And also, because we just saw the visage of the driver once again. Dodge Charger. You guys remember that old shock song that people used to submit on Twitch for to get streamers? The Raj Raj toilet flute drop. The KFC and watermelon one. There's a part of the song that goes Dodge Charger. The guy just says in the bass boost voice, Dodge Charger. Every time. Fucking told you. Stereotypes write themselves. Call me racist all you want. Guess what? Fucking stereotypes write themselves. Orange and black, brand new one. I'm gonna guess it's either a Scat Pack or a Hellcat. We're about to see. Oh, he's got black bats on it. Why do you have bats on the car like a pumpkin? Like it's an orange and black one, but like I've never seen that type of look. It's not a Jonkler. It's not a Jonkler Charger. I've seen enough Jonkler Chargers in my life and Challengers. Yeah, he's gonna lose control. There he goes. Attaboy. Perfectly good. Yep. Didn't know how to spin her back around. He lost control. He just caught his foot. You can hear that his foot was down on the floor, and he's trying to try and counteract it. No, but once you go at a certain angle, those Chargers they go buck wild on you. You weren't helping yourself. What print is that, by the way? What type of wrap does he have on? Hang on. I'm trying to see what wrap that is, because I fucking don't know what he's got on his car. He had bats in the rear, but what's the front? Or is that just, no, is that just like a camo print? You know, he's got camo on it. He's got like a fake camo print. And he throws no, is that a firearm? Yeah, it probably is a firearm he threw out, because you see how chunky that one landed. Yeah, that's a firearm. Hands out the car. Actually somewhat smart considering this dumbass situation.
You move, you're gonna get shot. You move, you get shot. Get on the ground. Put your hands on the ground. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground.
I got better fucking stay there. How about that? It's on 23. We're 10:15.
10:15. Okay, coordinates at the same time, 7:58 p.m.
Oh, he's not yapping off. That cop was pissed. Oh yeah, no, they were fucking pissed. That was a dangerous situation to begin with. Especially that busy of a highway on that part of the interstate. That's fucking that's a tough situation to be in, especially all the trucks around. The cops are at risk, the truckers are at risk, many drivers are at risk. Yeah, they get, some of them times, it's not just like, oh, they're pissed off from the high adrenaline of the situation of being a high-speed police chase. It's all the people around them, and they're furious. It's probably going for a while. And he's not mouthing off at them.
If only he had better throwing mechanics.
He's got blood on his face, though. He cracked open his, he split open the top of his head. It's not bleeding from the skull, it's bleeding from underneath the skin.
He might have been able to toss his weed over the bridge.
So it was...
Instead, it landed in plain sight.
And here's the thing, I'm not even mad, when it comes to the charge of drug paraphernalia, when it comes to pot, I don't think it should be criminalized. Decriminalization, okay, that's iffy, but simultaneously too, I'm for the growth of your own product. At the same token, it should not be sold. It shouldn't be sold and put into stores. Absolutely fucking not. But come on, man. I know Arkansas's got some tougher time, but Now you added how many years more on top of your sentence and fines-wise towards your sentence?
Where officers later recovered it. Inside, they found 90 grams of marijuana, along with another
Grams?
small bag of pot in the man's.
I'm sorry. Grams ain't nothing to me from what I've heard some of these police chases and what I've seen. Grams is nothing. When you see pounds, it's a different story. Pounds.
Pocket. The driver, later identified as Brandon Williams, was arrested and charged with speeding, reckless driving, fleeing, possession.
Because in Leafland, pot is, of course, not marijuana is basically legalized outright. It's caused a lot of problems around in terms of societal effects of it. However, that being said, I've gone to cars that stunk like a greenhouse, and you look in the back seat, and there is actual pounds of shit. Not little gram, big, stuffed Ziploc bags. I'm talking about looks like hay bales worth of wrap around a bunch of pot. Like we're talking full blown, like greenhouse operation size selling. Like not like small under basement greenhouse. I'm a full blown greenhouse level size. It can be fucking massive.
Driving without insurance. The chase also caused roughly $5,000 in damage to the trooper's patrol car.
Yep. The Altima. Here we go. White Altima. Okay, I know some of the Altima being driven by women. White Altima. I guess it's gonna be black. And I will apologize and get on my knees and do Wakanda Forever if I'm wrong.
If you're gonna drive around with felony levels of drugs in your car, the least you can do is obey the speed limit. This trafficker learned that lesson the hard way when he blew by ASP trooper Michael Bowman on August 7th of 2022.
Well, actually, no, I say black. It could also be Hispanic, too. A lot of traffickers do run Ultimas because they're commonplace, but then again, too, they're also commonplace and they have a bad rep on them. Kind of like a Hyundai Velocitors do, Hyundai Velocitors as well. So it might be Hispanic.
Expiration April 23. Go ahead, that number. 924-755.
On God?
371.
Yes, on Jaw, I will do so. On Jaw. As I am to be cultured, I shall say on Jaw.
I'm trying to get a Nissan Altima White stop, 201 Young Robert Sam, 201 YRS. Just got on 540 southbound.
Cancel. 540 southbound, White 15 Utah. More enforcement not behind him. Cancel, you don't act like you want to stop.
I know it.
The suspect showed no signs of stopping as the chase continued down I-540. That's when another officer pulled alongside and tried getting ahead of the suspect.
I wonder
Not
why.
wanting to get boxed in, the driver took the next exit, putting him on Route 64 heading northeast toward Alma.
I don't see what this can do for you. Here he goes. Box him in.
Pull over.
There we go. They're being so nice to him too. You pull up beside him, say, pull over. Come on, be nice. We're not yelling, we're not saying fuck you. Come on, pull over.
You want me to get in front of him, see if I can slow him down? Maybe we can do a box. Or you're gonna do that? Okay.
There it goes. There goes the police.
21 and 4, do you want to have myself for the 20 bridges of snacks?
Let's try to cut.
Yes, that would be good.
Cancel. I'm going to be on their channel.
Come on, bucko. At this point, it's over. You got two police package chargers on your 6 o'clock and on your 12 o'clock. They're not happy, right? There's gonna be a third one join the pit soon. That Ultima's probably, that's a 4-cylinder if I'm not mistaken. So Yeah, that thing's got no torque to run. The CVT's already weak on it. It's not going anywhere. There's no performance. You're done. Down for the count. Whoop whoop. This is on the police. Yep. Come on, girls.
A flawless victory for Hyperborean space.
Oh, welcome aboard. How are you doing? There he goes.
He's gonna hit you.
Coward. Can we get a full house? Maybe. Maybe.
Okay, we're turning around going back.
We got 3 of a kind.
West on 64 now.
After all that, the suspect made a U-turn and drove back the way he came. It's unclear why these troopers were trying to box him in instead of going for a pit maneuver. If you can figure it out, let us know in the comments.
Easy. They're not on an interstate highway. They're on a local highway. What I would do if I was a cop in USA? Blast bass-boosted bad boys by cops. Oh, fuck yeah, Luna. I respect the hustle. Anyways, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming on in. But going back to here. Pit maneuver-wise, it's because they weren't on a actual, like, interstate highway. They were on a smaller highway. It's easier to box the person, disable the vehicle that way. No. Because boxing with 2 people, they still have room on their lateral, or they have basically 2 angles of attack to get out. The reason why they're doing it is because also they're not on an interstate highway. And when you're on a non-interstate highway, there's a lot more, as we were seeing before, commerce. I'm gonna go back here in a second. I'm gonna show you just the reason why I'm saying this. See all this commerce here, smaller median, no guardrails. Basically, a pit maneuver, if he spun out, he could try to top in on the other lane of traffic, or just he would spin out into other lane of traffic head on, or he'd end up in the commerce area. Over here, there's more commerce down there, more people, more bystanders, more people at risk of being injured or killed. Simply why they don't do that in this type of highway, because this isn't the interstate. He hopped off the interstate. He's running back to the interstate. Behind and front boxing works. Our cops ran the cars in boxing. Well, that's a problem too. Is that when you have stolen cars like this one, this is a drug trafficker. When you have stolen cars like these ones, these guys don't care about the damage on the car. That works if you got some rich kid that's trying to highway cutting and you know shark, you know, what do they call that sharking thing that they do in fucking New York or in Toronto. That's where the boxing works. Over here, when they don't care about their cars and there's more berth for them to escape, well, they don't give a shit if they rip the front fascia off their Altima. It's not their Altima. They probably stole it. Or it's probably a stolen car regardless. They're fucking traffickers. They're drug traffickers, as far as I'm aware of. As far as what's been spoken of in this particular chase. I'm hoping it's not human trafficking because, well, that's a fucking brutal story to get into.
Still heading straight, 24 area. Crossing the interstate bridge. Yeah, we're westbound 540 bridge. We're going into main gear. Yeah, we're in the main gear, westbound 54. Speed's about 90, light traffic. Yeah, we're speed's 90, light traffic. Red light.
Clear left,
clear right, go.
And also, too, the reason why they may have not also done the boxing is because I believe with Arkansas and some of these states where they do the pit maneuvers, is you have to have a clearance by a sheriff to do so. If a sheriff gives you clearance, yeah, you can do it. If that fails, the next guy that has to do the pit maneuver has to get the clearance on the sheriff to do it again. Basically, they're relaying each other and they're trying to see who can go for the strike. A sheriff can just enact it on his own accord because he has no one to call up to ask, can I do a pit maneuver? That's why there's a lot more leeway at play. And at this point, if the sheriff deemed it to be unsafe to do it there, then they wouldn't go for the kill.
Another red light, 28th Street. He just got hit by another vehicle. Clear left, clear right, 28th Street.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. I don't even think that that vehicle, because the vehicle stopped temporarily there, but then he saw it what it was and he fucking rammed him.
Another red light, 28th Street.
I'm pretty sure that I'm hoping that he saw that guy coming along and just decided to say, you know what, I'm gonna be a hero.
Got hit by another vehicle. Clear left, clear right. Let's get him, Mike.
There he goes.
Animal 28 westbound.
They are new cops and don't understand a safe area to pit, then yeah, most likely to ask permission to pit and supervise to keep track of conditions for granting. No, like in Arkansas, they in particular have to ask the sheriff before pitting. Hands up. Get out the car. Blacked out, and blacked out Ultima too. See the amount of tint on the front and on the windows? Now, I'm typically against laws against tinting your windows. Same token too. When the front is tinted out like this, that is hyper suspicious. I don't care how much you tint your, your passenger window, your driver window. Like, there's a lot of shit I don't agree with tinting rules. But when your front window is tinted out like this and you have poor visibility like this, that tells me they're fucking trying to hide it because you can't even see into the car. And this in broad daylight like this.
Make him come out, come to you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hispanic. He's Hispanic.
On the ground.
I got it. I got it.
On the ground, on the ground, on the ground, on the ground, on the
Always bet max on your instincts. It's only legal to front windows unless medical thingy. Even then, there's a lot of stipulations that will often say you have to have sunglasses instead of tint. But I called it. I called it. So Luna, if you're new here, I keep saying it time and time again. As my years as a mechanic, working many different shops, many different climates and different areas, I can tell you this much. I can racially profile, not just racially, I can actually socioeconomically, sexually, age demographic, sexual orientation, and racially profile you per your car. Now, initially, the Ultimas are a bit of an interesting one because depending on the crime or depending on the type of chase it is, I can't exactly discern, right? Because typically it's white trash girls that drive them or black hood rats that typically drive them if they're doing drive-bys. What about a Nissan GTR R32? I mean, at that point, they're too expensive to be in any criminal activities, Luna. They're over here in the West, you can't, those things are never in any criminal activities. You said I'm asking after the first guess, so I won't see that Wakanda forever. Fine. And let me get on my fucking knees, Char. Alright. Fist up. X cross on my chest right now. Fucking Wakanda forever on jaw, my brother. Praise my boy, King Vaughn. He didn't do shit. Let my boy free. Will that suffice? Common for sure. Nope. If they got balls for it. No, Luna, I'm afraid in the past 20 years, if you're living off our dear friend what's his name? Nakazato from Initial D. No, you're dead wrong. Sorry. GTRs are only bought by collectors and people that got too much money from the lottery. They aren't really exactly, you're not gonna see them racing anymore. In fact, people don't take them to the tracks anymore unless they have a specifically built track car one. Even then, it's for only special events. They don't do those anymore. Ultimas, anyways, going back to it, if it's, who the hell is King Vaughn? He's some quote-unquote, heavy parentheses, artist in this genre called drill rap from Chicago who got shot after jumping a guy and trying to beat him to death. Anyways, going back to this here is that Ultimas, if they're used for drugs, if you hear about drug trafficking, typically it's going to be Hispanics. Because also Hispanics love their Nissans. For some reason, like Mexicans in particular, are known to have Nissans. Like, I mean, Nissan and Suzuki sell incredibly well in Mexico. It's not even like an offensive stereotype. It is just a known, that's one of the best-selling brands in Mexico. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised either. But once again, if it was a hood rat, then they'd be doing drive-bys with it. Trafficking, for drug trafficking, it's simply Hispanics that they're doing this. If you see a Nissan Altima that's about to blow up, that's gonna be, and it's rushing through traffic, that's a ratchet white trash single mom doing her trying to get to work, or trying to go to her baby daddy's house before he beats her for being too late.
Hands out. There you go. Cuff him. I got you.
I assume he
Now
died
let's
then.
look
Oh yeah,
at
no,
that
he's dead.
crash one
He
more
dead.
time.
He big
In
dead.
slow motion, you can see the suspect veer left to avoid the civilian car. That's why running lights at high speeds is so dangerous. Drivers with a green light don't typically expect somebody to be screaming in from their blind side.
Fair enough.
To make matters worse,
Blind side? You got your driver window to look out. My guess is that people don't look both ways, but also my guess the person probably also saw this oncoming, just decided to be a hero.
the woman he hit was 19 weeks pregnant. Thankfully,
Oh, so she was a female driver. Okay, I see. And also pregnant. Oh god.
she seemed okay and went with EMS when they arrived on the scene. As for the suspect, police were about to find
Most
out.
people in the USA are blind and can't drive, to be honest. It's not just the USA, it's Canada is the same way too.
Why he ran. A backpack found inside his car contained several large bags of what appears to be marijuana. Police also found
he's got pounds of marijuana. Oh,
inside
here we
his
go.
car, including what looks like 2 high-powered rifles.
High-powered rifles, everybody! Oh my god, we must ban these high-powered rifles. How terrible! Okay, if there are illegal firearms being trafficked with scratched-off plates, and there's definitely suspicion to be there. If it's illegally bought firearms, I don't give a shit. I normally watch Midwest Safety. I know. There, coffee cups. Yeah, there goes our women. There goes our hero. But yeah, as I was saying though, is that I'm dubious on the circumstance because I've said it a million times in the stream so far. I don't like marijuana. I don't think it should be criminal though. It shouldn't be criminal, but it also should not be legalized for sale. That's my take on it. I've said it how many times during the stream. There was no, but he started censoring sound and such. Well, yeah, because YouTube is being, YouTube's a prick on everything.
Fortunately, we weren't able to learn much else about the suspect online.
Yeah.
Based on his haul, he was likely looking at serious charges for fleeing and felony drug trafficking.
Okay.
Try TV, we're westbound on 14th Street. He's driving down the side of the road now.
Oh, here we go. What's he got? What's he got? What's he got? It's an Accord. It's an Accord. Yeah. 07 Accord. Oh, fuck yeah. 07 Accord sedan. Oh, this is going to be a fun one.
It was shortly after 1 a.m. in Oklahoma City. A patrol officer spotted a silver Honda driving around.
I knew
failing to
it.
signal when making turns.
I
He flipped on
knew
his lights
it.
and sirens.
That's also another thing too, is that being as a quote-unquote /autist, which if you don't know, the O board on 4chan was the automotive board, and I used to reside there a lot, alongside the fit board. That's why I have a lot of green tech shorts on my channel and I'm making as well. Because I used to spend a lot of time over there on fitness and on automotive back when. But because of my autism, I can discern a car without even needing to see model or badge. I can just discern the generation and year by it. That's how scarily autistic I am about cars I can be. So we found Carlos Mencia with weed and pump-up shotties. Yeah, exactly.
And tried to pull the vehicle over, but the driver failed to stop for them as well.
Here we go. Now, Honda Civic or Honda Accord. Don't think it's an autism thing that acknowledge the knowledge thing. Oh, Luna, you don't know you don't know about my little fascinations, do you? So pretty much not diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure because you only know me from the stream. I'm not doing the haha I'm quirky autism girl. No, like outright my whole life I've had a lot of social like discrepancies and lack of social cue. Though I improved through brute force over my life. But not just cars. I was obsessed with monster trucks, trains, military aircraft, tanks. I'm diagnosed. If I didn't find car interesting, I wouldn't know shit about them. Exactly. If you like you are diagnosed, that's understandable. Understand here, Luna, is that we make a lot of jokes. To be fair, is it autism if boys like Hot Wheels? Every boy likes Hot Wheels, man. No one's fucking autistic if you love Hot Wheels. Like, I get what you're saying, Luna, because people will use the autism tag as like a cudgel if they're not diagnosed, and they'll be like, guys, I'm really autistic, and they'll make a minstrel show out of it. Let's just say I've talked to autism counselors, even though I've never been properly diagnosed, and like there's people that do like that. Oh, trust me, I've been on that VR chat before. Yeah, people come to me, like people have like spoken to me who are like trying to do psychology and like study autism, and they're like, fucking 500 self-diagnosed in their bodies exactly, and they go, you're not diagnosed, but we're pretty sure we know you are autistic, like very high functioning, but we know you got something with you. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get diagnosed. I don't care to. I'm not gonna put it in my bio. I'm never gonna have an autism speaks. Quite frankly, I would prefer they're much more quieter. There's that old green text joke I've told people before. And I know about the Autism Speaks charity. They are Autism Speaks charity is not a great charity to begin with. They in fact infantilize people with autism, especially high functioning people with high functioning autism as well. They're not really a good organization. That being said, though, going back to my little thing here is that I'm gonna guess this guy's Puerto Rican or Dominican. Honda Civic is typically bought by those types. Now, if you're in Canada, Honda Accords are bought by those ones. Actually, Honda as a whole. If you're in Canada and you see a Civic, it's a hard thing because it's usually either a Punjabi or a Sikh, or it's a Puerto Rican or Dominican. You see more hyper though. So maybe ADHD or whatever it's called. I'm only hyper because I get excited whenever I start talking about these type of things. Usually, I'm very quiet and very focused on what I do. So I have to have some energy for stream, right? Because remember, this is being on stream, you're broadcasting, you gotta put on a little bit of a personality for yourself, right? You're falling into a bit more of a, I'm the dominant speaker here, you guys are in chat, I can finally speak my voice and speak my mind on things. I get a little bit excited because I never really get the opportunity to in my actual day-to-day life. Also, I'm thinking cracker. You're thinking a white boy for the Honda Accord? Nah, see. You'd think that if you were in suburban area with a Honda Accord coupe that was with a loud exhaust. This is a Dominican, like a crackhead bum maybe. Nah, oh, okay, you weren't talking about white boy cracker. Because by the way, Luna, I'm gonna say this out here too. The only stipulations I have in my chat is you can't post links, you can't self-promote, and because like posting links that usually involves bots or people trying to post like their OnlyFans, or they can post like malware or other shit, on chats. I've had to kill bots that were doing that. I've had people come on my channel and try to self-promote. I ban those people because it's just like, get the fuck out. We don't want to see your pussy hole. We don't want to hear about your failing Twitch. Yeah, I'm here for your car's extended warranty. I know. Funny. The thing is that on my channel, you can say or try to fuck with the algorithm all you want. You are allowed to say epithets. It doesn't matter what type of it is. You are allowed to say that on my channel. You know why? What about Zelda? Who's Zelda? Oh, fuck you, Charlemagne. Fuck you. You little cocksucker. You little Quebecois cocksucker. But as I was saying though, is that you're allowed to say, I allow people to say slurs and everything on like YouTube, Kick, and Twitch chat. I don't care. I really don't care. I believe in full freedom of speech. To a certain degree, outside of death threats and violence towards people, unless it's warranted, where you can actually return favor that they've already said something about you, then you can return the favor back on them. Truly, I don't give a shit what you say in chat. And this is just going to Luna because like Charlemagne and all the other guys in my YouTube chat know this. Just have fun. Just have fun. Right? This is like the old. I try to treat this as the old internet or an old game chat lobby. We're just here to have fun.
On West Street.
What was that in the rearview mirror? Is that? Oh, that's rope there. Okay, I thought that was like a quilt.
Okay, he's taking back off.
K24 motor, by the way. It's one of the early K24 engines he's got underneath the hood there. It's not the K24A. I think it's the K24D or some variation of that is underneath the hood of these Accords of this generation. So 2.4 liter 4-cylinder, maybe a single VTEC. It's not iVTEC. It's a single VTEC motor with a probably, I believe, intake. No, it's exhaust cam VTEC. That's what they have on these ones. It's the higher trim K24s with the iVTEC that has both intake and exhaust solenoid VTEC on it. You want a Crown Vic? I mean, that's Panther buys aren't bad. If you want to actually, people. Here's the thing, Luna. Here's my suggestion for you. If you want a Crown Vic, but Crown Vics are getting expensive because people, the days of cheap Crown Vics are going away because people are buying them up and then racing them and like the greatest cheap V8 car. And then of course when the word got out, people would shot the price up on all of them. If you want a cheap Crown Vic but don't want to pay Crown Vic prices, go buy yourself a Mercury. I forget what they're called for not the Marauder, because the Marauder is still a Crown Vic, but those are expensive. The base model Mercuries have the base model V8 in them, and they are basically the Panther body, and they're cheap. It's the same engine, same everything underneath the hood. It's just a Mercury, which doesn't exist anymore. Mercury used to be Ford's mid-tier brand, under Lincoln. So it was Lincoln, Mercury, then Ford. So if you want a cheaper Crown Vic than just buying a Ford Crown Vic, go buy yourself a Mercury. That's my advice for you. And then dress it up as a Crown Vic. Yeah, he's shit, man. Ooh, we're passing some cool cars here. The 2011, 2014 ones though, that got like armor plating or metal plating or whatever's in the doors. Those are police ones. And good luck getting your hands on those. Unfortunately, police auctions are liquidating their surplus rapidly nowadays. If there is a police auction, go to one. Go to one. Some older precincts or like smaller precincts will donate, or large precincts will donate theirs to smaller ones. You gotta wait on those a little bit longer, but you might be able to snag one from them. But there will be a lot of work to be done because they have gone through years of wear and tear. Not internally. I also like the Tahoes. Tahoes you can get. Funny enough, I used to work for a shop, and a woman there bought not a customer, the shop secretary who was a former GM tech, she bought a K9 Tahoe because she herself has a bunch of big dogs with her and her husband and her daughter. They have a bunch of these big dogs. I think Great Danes and German Shepherds, big boys. And she decided to buy herself a K9 unit, Tahoe. And she left the bare minimum that she could get away with without being considered impersonation of a cop car of the stickers, or left the old, didn't get the paint retouched up, so it still had the outline of the sun bleach from the stickers on it. So it's on some parts of the windows and on the paint it said K9 unit on it. I knew for a fact whenever I see that Tahoe, I'm like, yeah, no, that's her. And she herself has a drag truck, has a drag Chevrolet S10 with a fucking built 427 in it. It's a quick bastard. She's a crazy woman. She's an interesting woman. I loved her. She was great to work around. But she has one of these K9 Tahoes, and I know it's her whenever I see her. But a lot of people will pull over and thinking that it's a cop car, or will slam on the brakes and slow right down. I think it's a cop one. I've been thinking about if I get a cop car, I keep it marked if there's no good looking on marked ones. Well, that's a problem though, because if you leave it marked, then you're impersonating a police officer. You have to go by either a precinct that's not in your area or not in your country to dress up as, or has to be a make-believe fictional one, and you have to get documentation of not using your hazards, flashers, or having anything on it that can go off that be considered impersonating a cop car. There's a lot of stipulations to doing that. As much as I am for freedom of doing whatever you want, modifications of your car, I'm a tuner myself. I understand with law enforcement and for EMS, EMT, because there's people who use it to get around traffic. There are people who use it to impersonate cops, to do solicitation. There's a lot of different issues around it. Not saying you do. I understand you don't, Luna. I'm just saying that's why there's a lot of stipulations with the law enforcement, when it comes to buying these cop cars. They are often stripped down to be bare basics, so they don't have these markers on them anymore.
Air 1.
Westbound First Street at the stop sign is about 40. Still westbound.
The officer followed close behind as bits and pieces flew off the suspect's car.
Yeah.
Their front bumper was hanging off like a child's loose tooth. One more nudge might rip the whole thing clean off.
It's not a problem in my country. Okay, then I guess you're fine. I guess you're fine. You do you. I was in a cop car from my country. Also, they stop unmarked cars and check equipment here, so don't want to go like ex-cop cars, exactly. Damn. But also, on that note as well, if you want people to think you're a cop, like an undercover cop, that's the problem. Because I mean, I don't think you are. I don't think you're trying to you're trying to act tough or whatever. But the point of getting into this cop cars is also to fuck with people as well, like as a joke. Because when you see a cop car of when you were growing up as a child, you know to act right around it for the most part. But the problem is though, is that we've had a rapid. I would only get it because it protected undercarriage. Okay, then you know you can do that. Check for also rust on it too, because they don't typically get them undersprayed. But the thing is that I think in my area of where I live, I was the last generation to know about the Crown Vic being a cop car and fear them, because you pull up with a Crown Vic at like people loitering that are like like teenagers. They don't give a shit. They think it's an old car. If it's a blacked out EcoBoost Fusion or EcoBoost Explorer, then they freak out. That's typically what sets people off. The Crown Vics were going away, unfortunately, and I quite like Crown Vics nowadays. It's like, oh my god, ice. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's where you are, and I'm just like, imagine getting jumped because your car looks like a nice car. And by the way, too, my full support goes to the ICE officers. I fucking love you guys. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing what you gotta do. I just wish they let you guys go full reign sometimes, because you guys need some help to get some of these fuckers underneath wraps. But yeah, no, I hope you guys are able to get the funding you need. Oh!
Another TBI.
I called it. Called it.
Driver, get out of the car!
Get out the car. Oh shit, here we go.
Driver, get out of the car! Get out of the car! Passenger, stay in the car! Driver, out of the car!
Vroom.
Out of the car, hands up!
Oh, he's an older black gentleman.
Walk backwards towards that side of my car, now!
Oh, never mind.
Turn around and walk backwards! Walk backwards!
Wait a
Walk
minute.
backwards!
Oh.
The driver, later identified as 62-year-old Donald Ray, was...
Okay, I was fucking off. Whoa. Oh, you didn't see that? Well, yeah. Okay, 62 years old, has balding hair, full Norwood at the front, but he's still doing the dreadlock, like short dreadlocks. He's got a gray patch of hair. You're trying to act like a YN at the age of 62. Jesus Christ.
Taken into custody while another officer secured his female passenger. She claimed she didn't have anything to do with the chase and told police that Donald had thrown a weapon from the car during the pursuit. While no firearm was ever recovered, police did find methamphetamine in his pocket. In the end...
There you go! You fucking called it. Luna, you called it. Congratulations. Methamphetamine. You called it.
Booked into Oklahoma County Jail for speeding, leaving the scene of an accident, driving without a license, possession, and of course, failure to signal.
Jumping a private fence, past the camper, still southbound.
Don't move! Don't move!
I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm having a bit of a rough day. I'm not gonna bet on the demographic now. I'm just gonna let it. I'm gonna let it happen. I want to see what happens now. Oh, well, this one is black, again. Because cars like this will throw me off. Like, these Ford Fusions do throw me off. Because, like, they're driven by so many different people. Why did they cancel the show cops? I'm silent because I think we all know the reason why they canceled the show cops. But you know what's great about that, though? There's a silver lining to that, to the cancellation of the show. Because cops had to censor a lot of stuff that goes on with law enforcement. They show the funny stuff. They show the heroic stuff. They had all the good reels, but they had to show the stuff of what they could legally show on television, even for the raw television of the time it was coming around on. Body cams, however, that were enforced by Democrats as a way to, like, see, we gonna get all them bad cops. We're gonna show why the cops are bad and hurting them BLM people. You know, we're gonna do that. And the police department's like, sure, if you want full transparency, we'll do it. And guess what happened? We get those funny faces of people of the doctors and engineers attacking the cops before they get, ventilated because they were trying to kill a cop with a knife or pull a gun or just charge at them. And, the ones that we say, oh, he good boy going to college, he yabba dabba didn't do nothing. Well, guess what? He did. He was yabba dabba doing something. I remember being a kid, being up at like 3 in the morning watching the show. Oh, fuck. Me too. It was incredible. They still have replays on like Justice, or like Law networks. But like, even then, it had to be only at a time during like primetime televisions when you really want to watch it. And it was spectacular. But I know the reason, but I guess in the silver lining, we got body cams and full transparency being released to the public, and it's so funny. It's glorious. I love body cams nowadays because it just shows the world of, like, here's the problem of what things are, and here's who's doing it. And you can't make, and it's much harder now for them to make cases of like he didn't do nothing. Even having the cell phone footage that's cut only at the end of the scuffle, where they can try to write like a whole sob story, and it's just like, no, this guy was being arrested because he was a kitty diddler, or he was doing this and that, and he fought officers and he got ventilated because he pulled a knife on them. Like, shit like this. This is from the fact that we canceled cops, right? You've had a lot more of the scam and frauds of being shot by cops that happened because of BLM going on. If it wasn't for the fact that they demanded body cams and canceled all shows around cops, like, stop making good press for cops, and in their own turn they shot themselves in the fucking foot. And now people are more aware at the absolute criminality of the justice system, of not the cops but of the judges, district attorneys, and just people acting against the benefits of any people of the nation they reside in. And I'm talking about whether it be the United States Justice Department, the Canadian Justice Department, European Justice Departments. For the most part, the ones that do have body cams, not all of them have body cams. But there's more awareness now to just the sheer criminality of the Justice Department, of the higher-ups, of who tries to set the rules or lay down the law, who charges who. Just remember, Irina's killer got off because he is currently was let go on a bail because he not a bail, he was let go because of insanity, right? He supposedly can't stand trial because of insanity after 48 prior attempts and having the racial motivated crime to kill Irina Zarutska. Colin Metcalf's killer, Carmelo Anthony, he got out cheap, and they're gonna let him finish high school because he yabba dabba didn't know nothing, good boy going to college, and know he's dead to rights. But then at the same token too, you have that woman who who only said the N-word to a supposedly, which after the Somali scams of autism in Little Mogadishu, that is in Minneapolis, Minnesota, you got a bunch of people trying to say, she should be locked up for 10 years for public disturbance. Meanwhile, the guy who was recording the video who was claiming this was a man who tried to rape a 13-year-old, and it was put on the sex offender registry, and then a judge said he could get off the sex offender registry because of his race, essentially. Yeah, and he was at a playground. Gee, I wonder what he's doing there. This is what I'm saying. People are becoming more and more aware of the justice system, and if people start taking actions against the justice system through legal methods and basically coming down the hammer of the law on judges themselves and on district attorneys, not police officers, but actually people who are trying to do the fucking law, then the better off we are, because it's coming to a boiling point now of just the pure disgust that we're finding with the justice system.
June 10th of 2021. A local man
two-tier-
pulled into a
two-tier
Quick King
policing.
gas station in Ocala, Florida, after his tire pressure light came on.
Okay.
While pumping
Nothing
air,
wrong.
he was approached by two teenagers, a boy and a girl.
Okay.
The girl distracted him while her accomplice kept watch. She asked, "Is this your car?" To which the victim replied, "Yes." That's when the boy revealed a gun in his waist.
California is gonna party. Oh, look at this. Another doctor engineer couple here. Fucking hell. Quick Sirius story here. Story from Sirius. Now, it wasn't a black couple that did this. It was a white kid and a mystery meat kid that did this to me. It wasn't really that serious, but what happened was it was wintertime, and I had just got my first car, and I was a minor at the time too. I was about 17, and I was working a kitchen job in high school, and I just got in Roberta, my beloved C30 that's no longer with us. And in the story, there's this group of teenagers, I think my age, and they saw that she was a bit dirty, so they decided to draw on her where all the dust and stuff had settled on her. And I worked with a bunch of scummy guys in this kitchen job. And one of the guys called me, yo, Sirius, come over here, bro. Look at what they're doing. Ah ha ha. Look what they're doing in your car. Ah ha ha ha. And they're writing, profanities on my car. And at first, and the teenagers didn't know I was there. And I'm just I was annoyed. But then I saw one of them pull out a knife and get ready to scratch on the paintwork. And the guys I was with were like, yo, bro, aha, they're gonna do something to your car. And then everyone went quiet when they heard a glass bottle break. And I started walking to them. But by the way, they're my age, I'm their age, so it's not like any form of criminality here. But I started walking to them with a broken glass vodka bottle. And and by the way, I'm a large motherfucker. At this time I was 6'6". So I come walking towards them, crazed eye, cause you touched my girl. You're about to fucking find out. I come walking at them. Not raised, not pointing at them. I just walk at them with this broken glass bottle, my hands quivering, and they're with their girlfriends, and they're like, oh, we didn't do anything. And they saw the knife in his hand. I said, I said, I know what you're about to do. And they're like, and they fucking scrambled, and I chased them. I fucking chased them until I let them go. And then they decided to run into oncoming traffic themselves. None of them got hit, of course. So they're all fine. But they decided to run into traffic. Because I came flying after them. And the two boys did. And the girls were like, what the fuck is what the fuck's your problem? And I looked at them and I said, so you want to run too, don't you? And I looked at them and I was holding that bottle. Right? What do you mean, Luna? You mean wish they carved the car? No, I would have taken them down with that bottle if they fucking touched my girl. No, I absolutely would have done that. I looked at these two girls and I said, and because they were getting smart with me, I said, you want to run like they did? It's I'll get hit by a car? Fuck no, I don't wish that. They were my age, but it's equally too. I Tokyo drifted. No, my man, I'm not gonna wish death upon high school kids that were my age. Once again, I'm saying they're my age. The thing is that I just don't want to wish death upon someone for that. But they didn't actually, since they didn't carve into her, I wouldn't get that pit. I wouldn't say that yet. But I looked at the two girls and I said, they were getting smart. I said, I'm still holding the bottle. I would run if I were you. I didn't threaten them and say, I'm gonna, slash you. I'm just I just run. Just run. And they took off. And I just walked back, put the bottle in the recycling bin, and I looked at the two jackasses that were smoking, and I said, so you're gonna encourage them to wreck my car, eh? It's you fucking twats. I said, I do all your fucking work for you in this kitchen. I said, how about I just leave? You figure out yourself. And said, instead of you guys smoking and drinking on the job, how do you go figure out what the fuck you're gonna do when I'm gone? I just went right back to work. They didn't come back. My car was fine. I checked over after the end of the day. They didn't come back. They hauled ass. They never came back. I basically was just when it comes to youth like this, and here's the thing, because it's how I was raised. I was raised with discipline. I was raised to treat people with respect and do all this, like, basically the right way you should be raised. Equally, too, the one thing my father never got into my head was the pseudo-Judaic Christian thing of turn the other cheek and be nice and kind to everyone when they slap your face. I looked him dead in the face and said, no. Christ said himself, trade the cloak in for the sword. I'm not going to get run around by a bunch of twats. We're living in a society that doesn't have proper discipline amongst teenagers and youth anymore. And they can get away with whatever they want, especially if it depends on their race or sex. I don't play that shit. So I'm not gonna act hard or tough like I'll do this to you. I'm gonna beat your ass up, boy. No. But when it comes to this, yeah, you do something to my property or to me, I'm beating your fucking skull in. I'm not gonna kill you. But you sure are not gonna be eating with your teeth for a long while. For the rest of your life, depending on the severity of the situation. And this shit here too, yeah. That's what happens, you know, with fucking kids with father figures. And you praise single parent lifestyle with a baby mama that fucks around with like 5 dudes and gets pregnant by 7 different men. They'll watch that such people cry when they get a 56K fine for property destruction. Yeah. I thought I could get away with it. I love that one video of the guy who basically filled up a Trump sign he had, like a Trump banner, like a MAGA banner out front of his yard, and he filled it with cement. And when people try to drive on his yard to run over, they basically wreck their cars. And they try to sue him, and it's like, nope, full camera of everything. You're asking sued for property destruction.
And said, "It's my car
and trespassing."
Now. The teens hopped in the car and sped away, only to be tracked by a police
helicopter
to another gas.
Yeah. Young teens, quote unquote, yeah.
Station on Highway 484. They were about to learn the hard way that Florida sheriff's deputies don't take.
And by the way, not California, Florida. Oh, I love Florida. These guys really, they take their jobs so they do their jobs right sometimes.
Kindly to carjackers.
Nope.
All right, guys. Signal 4 into the patrol car.
The unfortunate thing is the damage that's gonna be done to this car is gonna be absolutely catastrophic. I feel bad for the victim.
Station is in 33.
Black male running southbound across the parking lot.
Yep.
White shirt. Black shorts. Jumping a privacy fence. Past the camper, still southbound.
They even got the helicopter on his ass. Less of a police chase, less of a car chase. Criminality being such a problem, they force a new law like kids can't go to prison now. Like 13 to 14. I don't know exact age. That's not new. If I'm like they can go to prison, that's not new. That would be that's isn't that juvenile detention, right? Or you're talking about actual prison, not juvenile detention. You're talking about actual prison. You know what? That's a good way to scare them shitless. Though then again too, there's also a problem I do have with that. There's only one stipulation I have with that, and that's of all the prison rape that goes on. In my community, it's new because gangs hire kids to sell drugs and kill people. Oh yeah. I know that's been a long-standing problem. My only problem is with juvenile is depending on the severity of the crime. Because like if a teenager kills someone, they should be tried as an adult for depending on the charge. Like depending on the charge, if it's like murder, or if it's like a teenager that molests or rapes a child, like single-digit child, they should be treated as a child molester. Exactly. The problem is though when it comes to like some other crimes, like because I'm never one to be light on crime, but when it comes to like certain depends on the theft of crime. Like if it's like shoplifting or if it's like a couple $1,000s worth of theft, I would be for prison. The one stipulation I have with prison, depending on the crime, is that if they get sent to a real prison for like a lesser crime, that still like has severity to it, which I should have full punishment of it. My fear is of the problem that goes on within prisons. Like is that W900? I don't know. I don't trucks I'm not too keen on. But the problem I have is that, you yucky side mirrors, it is. Yeah, it is a W900. Sorry. Sometimes like with trucks I'm less keen on. When it comes to like auto racing, like imports and stuff, that's more my specialty.
Over by the gas pumps for the
Just because I'm saying I have autism doesn't mean I have the exact autism like when it comes to big trucks. Big trucks don't really pertain to me. I'm clueless on them.
Hey, you come in the area, just hold what you got.
I love semis and cars and such. You know what? Good on you. Good on you. I love that. But yeah, going back to here, it's like, yeah, this kid needs to be put away in fucking jail.
Alright, Kilo, go around the road.
Not in juvie. Good. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Kilo to your left.
Meanwhile, back at the stolen car,
Vehicles in the parking lot. Vehicles in the parking lot.
Now is that the woman driving now? Because the girl, they said there was a female accomplice. Or is there two male accomplices that hopped in the car and she was the distraction? There she is. I wouldn't run if I were you. It's over. The fight's over. It's a low-speed chase.
Blown out, but she's still rolling.
Ah! Go around me. No! Tires are blown. Fucking... Oh, this dumb bitch thinks she's gonna escape. Oh, no, you're over.
Alright, we're going to the car. Kilo and another unit have the driver in custody.
I'm slowing down, go around me.
Alright, they're just creeping eastbound, non-car. They're pulling into a turning lane now, so
the driver wasn't going anywhere fast with a blown-out tire. Even if she managed to shake the cops, she'd still have the helicopter hovering overhead.
Yeah.
If you know, hit that car, go ahead.
Alright, still southbound on 16th Ave.
There's no point to this. Yeah, that car, like, not only you're seeing tires, the rest of the tire come off now, you're seeing her, like, chunks of, chrome pieces of the rim are coming off now. She's ruining those alloys.
61. Use the address. Marin, is there any units in South Marin or South Central? We're eastbound on 145th Street, heading towards Sunset Harbor. Or, correction, 301. No, there was no signal for. They're back northbound on 301. 60, 70 miles an hour.
10-4. One unit that are trailing, you can get up with them. It's a good place to pit if we can get on it.
Alright, doing a U-turn. Kilo and the unit pursuing it. Looks like they're doing a U-turn coming back south.
Nope, no U-turn.
They're going now westbound on
55th Avenue Road.
135th Street. Westbound 135th Street.
135th, okay.
301. All over the road, almost in the grass, so I don't know if the tires are going flat or what.
The tires are gone.
The chopper briefly lost visual as the teenage girl drove down a thickly wooded road. However, her natural cover was about to run out, along with her will to keep running.
Good.
Alright,
she's losing it.
In the ditch, still westbound, slow speed. The tires are definitely coming apart on it.
The unfortunate thing is here's the thing with most of these criminals, is that with girls especially, they get off lighter than men. We know about the double standard when it comes to the same crime. And I'm saying to her advantage, she could have just thrown herself on that gas station floor and even taken like less than he did, than he would have. But no. She's gonna get the same amount of time as he has, but for more. But at the same time. Like, at what point is there to keep driving this thing? It's a Ford Fusion. Like, what point is there any of this now?
Alright, coming to a stop here in the middle of the road.
When I switch to thermal and go to the whole grayish thing when they lose visual in such areas, the tree cover is the foliage and tree cover that reflects too much heat off it. Like, trees absorb, the top brush of those trees is too thick. They absorbed all the thermals from it. Like, even then, thermal cameras won't have done jack shit in that foliage. This is the Everglades we're talking here. This is too much for them. See, they're going gray here. And you see the foliage is not doing anything on them.
Alright, hold the station, Marion. Only stop here.
Go down, girl.
The suspects, 17-year-old Milad Borugeni and 18-year-old Tanya Denson, were arrested and charged with aggravated assault, carjacking.
Look at this. Even in the police station, he's still gonna cock his head and try to look tough. Yeah, fuck off.
With a gun, resisting, and fleeing.
Ooh, what do we have here?
Chasing me.
GSP
Woman.
because that's a stolen truck.
You've heard of going hard in the paint. Well, these two morons took it to a
Flawless victory for Hyperborean space stoners.
Aliana, the new phone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And welcome to the subscription. Phone account. Ah, so you are Aliana. Welcome, girl. How are you? Welcome back, I guess. I don't know why you have multiple accounts, but hey, you do you.
Different level. On May 25th of 2021, they decided to steal a paint truck, seemingly for fun. Let's see what the Georgia State Police have to say about that.
Amazing. I put up my first down payment on my first gun in a week. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Paint truck. And of course the account makes a nice little quip, going hard on the paint. I would sing Brick Squad if I would not be banned on Twitch. Van, I know, yeah, the paint van. It's not a paint. They call it a paint truck because if you remember, these panel vans are considered work trucks that are built in the same chassis as as Chevrolet Silverados are. They consider these trucks, not vans for some reason, but these are still technically. I mean, you and I both know these are panel vans, utility vans. Yeah, exactly, Luna. But I would sing Brick's camper van. No, we don't do camper life here, Aliana. These people stole all these cheap vans. Those camper life bitches stole these cheap vans from me and a bunch of young men who are tradesmen who want to get these for our companies. But yeah, no, going hard on the paint. I would sing Brick Squad, of course. I'm not sure if there's any Twitch bots listening because when I heard it going hard on the paint, I really want to sing Brick Squad. Oh god. Waka Flocka Flame.
9/11.
By the way, since we are on hood rats and stuff like this, I'm gonna quickly jump over. I know I'm on a different tangent, because that brought up something because I was thinking of Brick Squad. Did you guys ever hear of, or you guys ever see of the artwork that was of the 2000s with as trap rap started to get more popular in the South Atlanta scene? Do you guys ever hear of the wonderful artwork featuring Gucci Mane called Trap Story? It was a collaborative album, and I'm about to pull this up with Gucci Mane, and it's all, of course, all low resolution. But do you guys ever hear of Trap Story at all? I didn't listen to such. No, neither did I, but I had discovered this like years ago. You ready for some artwork? And it's low resolution poly beauty, Trap Story. Oh, fuck. This, that culture, boy. This, that culture. I don't understand. I don't know. Okay, so brief synopsis, because we're on cops, and I had to, because when you observe and become ingrained with watching webcam and dash cam videos and stuff from cops, a trap house is a manufacturer's house of drugs and narcotics. And a trap house is a colloquial slang term for this in the South. It started off in the South. And trap rap is basically, trap rap essentially is like trap house music, so drug house music. I just don't understand the pick. There was a collaborative album amongst a bunch of trap artists, including Gucci Mane, called Trap Story, where they made a collaborative album with like 25 artists. And they made this fucking shit. And this album cover was the fucking... If you think this is bad, wait till you see rich black Homer Simpson, which is just this is another thing from this era. Trap Homer Simpson album. I think that's what it's called. I have it saved on my phone. This is gonna be nuts, right? You think that's whack? I gotta pull this up here. There's something from the Texas scene too. Now, unfortunately, I did hang around with a lot of wiggers, so of course, this became. I was unfortunately enlightened upon such about such music art. Homer Pimpson, that's what I'm looking for. Homer Pimpson album cover. Here we go. It gets so much worse. Homer Pimpson album cover. Oh, I gotta find this. Hang on. I know. Yellow Album. Homer. No, not Homer Simpson. I want Homer Pimpson. By Color Changing Click. There's two of these. And this is from. Oh god, this was saved from. I forget if this where unfortunate this was saved from. I'm gonna pull this up. So this is the first album. The Color Changing Click presents Homer Pimpson. Oh god! I fucking love this. It's so stupid. I got shit like this saved. Like not the actual album like tracks. I have just the cover art saved because it's just so stupid. There's Homer Pimpson 1, and then there's Homer Pimpson the sequel, which featured the likes of Chameleonaire. If you know who Chameleonaire is, do you know the song Ridin' Dirty? That one-hit wonder? Yeah. Well, this is where he was also in. The Color Changing Click presents Homer Pimpson 2, Texas Thugs Reunited, Rappin' and Wreckin'. I fucking love this. I love this so much. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I love it. Oh god. Oh man, the late 90s and 2000s were really a time, weren't they? Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, back to law enforcement. Oh god. Oh god, I like I gotta talk to Kodiak VT sometimes. I really hope someday I get to collab with Kodiak VT, because I know he doesn't like rap as much as I do. Like I like some hip hop music and some like classic rap and stuff, but I know he's very much against it as a whole. I want to show Kodiak VT those album covers, because even if you don't like rap, holy shit, the degeneracy and hood rap culture on display there, from Trap Story to Color Changing Click, the Homer Pimpson trilogy is beautiful. I think there's actually 3 albums. I'm pretty sure there's a 3rd album in the making before they cancel it. So I gotta show him that, because that is just beauty. Like, just to show him, it's like, listen, man, I know you don't like this stuff. Just look at this, just peek the album art. It's fucking beautiful. Okay, back to the paint truck. I like rap, but not every stuff. But newer stuff fucking sucks. So mainly K Rhino, Wu-Tang Clan, and older. So I liked Cooley High. Not Cooley High. That's is it Cooley High? Oh shit. I love the this is the one album they had. It was they had Cooley High on it. Cooley High, Camp Low, Outkast, Wu-Tang, of course. I mean, Wu-Tang's just like, yeah, Wu-Tang is for people who want to be rap connoisseurs, but I love Wu-Tang. For Heaven's Sake is one of the best songs Wu-Tang ever made. People think excessive autotune sounds good. I know that's newer stuff. I don't want to sound like what I call an old head, but apparently, I mean, frankly, when it comes to better sounds, I like more relaxed southern rap that wasn't like trying to be hot and gangsta. That's why I like old Outkast, like AT Aliens and Southern Playlist of Cadillac Funky Music. Outkast. Try saying that 5 times over. You'd be surprised for as what people call me a racist and misogynist all they want. I have a quite versatile taste when it comes to music. Because I listen to a lot of funk and soul. That's my stuff. For the 70s, 80s, late 60s, not just Motown, but like deep South funk and soul, even German funk and soul is pretty good too. In Japanese funk as well is pretty tight.
10-4, ranking over unit 10-3, 10-33.
I used to play the trumpet too. That's probably the only instrument I've ever learned to play was the trumpet. I used to play soul on that and jazz. I didn't play this in case I moved to the USA where I got lifted Chevy and blasting Billy rap music. Jesus Christ.
After a little hesitation, the suspects
Don't
decided
you
to
fucking
keep fleeing
me. I
down
will
the
beat
highway.
your ass in some
Maybe
ways
all
someday.
those paint fumes in the back were going to their head.
All the paint fumes in the back. No shit's going to head. That's in some ways. And I say that because I found out, I got notified recently on YouTube that I got subscribed by a guy called Femboy Kisser on YouTube, and that's why I'm a little bit on edge for people who say ubu in chat. Do you see how risky it is to pit such lifted vans at such a depending on speed? Yeah, because of how high, like the high center of mass they have, the high probability of them to roll. Charlemagne, go fuck yourself. You goddamn Quebec frog, get the fuck out of here with that uwu shit. But yeah, no, they will roll because of the high center of gravity they have.
165, roll over.
They rolled it.
10-4, 165, roll over.
Vehicle stop.
Yep, they rolled it.
Towards Cloverdale.
Female. Get that void. Get that void. Drop kick a void. Drop kick a void. Oh, that taser went off good. Yeah, I think they pitted the 6 at 60, yeah.
Stop resisting! I don't care. Stop resisting and we'll get you off your stomach.
I can't breathe. She's pulled it. Where's the van? She rolled it. They rolled it back there. Oh, and she's trying to pull. I can't breathe. Here, let's pull it back for a sec. So she's tatted up. Oh, we might have lost audio. Yeah, hang on. I just lost audio. So she ran. She ran all the way. Yeah, she ran. After that, she got on and ran. I'm saying she's on crack. Hang on. I gotta put the sound back on. She's on crack. She ran, but she's white trash, and she's trying to pull the I can't breathe. I can't sneed. I can't sneed. Oh man. You know, should I do the George of the Jungle song I've sang before on stream? Because it's not fitting per the circumstance, but I want to say it because of the line. I really want to say it. I really want to sing it.
Dude, the fuck is it holding up? Please.
Oh, she's got the red dyed hair too. She got like the two-tone black at the front, red dyed at the rear. Oh, she's a meth queen, leftist. She's a meth queen.
Stardust EMS, 16 eastbound between.
Yeah, she's probably a welfare queen too.
16 and 37 connect.
Officers escorted the woman up the hill and back to the crash scene. There, they found her partner in crime, covered head to toe in paint.
Jesus. Oh, they're covered in paint. Yeah, she's covered in paint as well. Oh, look at that. Look at that white bukkake on her back. Jesus Christ.
Head to toe in paint.
You know, I think you get... Is she gonna yell grape soon enough? Yeah. Yeah, she's not only covered in paint. She got a bukkake on her. She looks like she's had her Friday night. Hey, sweetie pie, you'd bring your friends along and bring 150. I'll let you come all over my back. I want you to pay me like a Jackson Pollock painting. I'm your canvas.
Come on. Sir?
Don't what the fuck me. What the fuck yourself? Yeah, he's okay. Holy shit! Like the crusty hotel walls of Farrakhan. Oh my god. I thought he was white from a brief second from a distance. And then I realized that was paint. Oh. So she's a mud shark too. And this guy's trying to pull old Michael Jackson. This guy's trying to pull the Michael Jackson. I fucking love this. Oh man.
Put cuffs on him. Just so we figure it out.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Chasing me. Oh, please get an ambulance.
We got you an ambulance coming. Come on.
It was a stolen van. Damn, he became white. I know, this is a stolen van.
On there. Step up in there.
Do you think he'd get off if he grabbed his groin and tilted his head and went, hee hee?
1731. Can we get a female for a search? We'll get you stuff.
Shut the fuck up, please.
The driver was eventually identified as Melinda Flakes. With her comfort...
Well, Luna, the thing is, though, is that those trade vans are very much high in demand for resale value on the market. Like, a lot of young guys trying to start up a trade business will go on Facebook Marketplace to find a cheap van, right? This is the type of person that, if you find a nice van on Facebook Marketplace like this that's for like $8,000 or $10,000, chances are it's stolen. Uncle Ruckus want to talk to that man. Fucking hell, Charlemagne. I love it.
In the squad car, police could search the van and further
He
question
moonwalk out the crime scene
passenger.
slowly.
They determined that he was...
Yeah, he Xbox 360s his way out the scene and moonwalks. Jesus Christ, they got alcohol on them.
Involved in the theft, and since there were no warrants for his arrest, decided to let him go. A glass pipe located inside the van suggested that Miss Flakes was under the influence at the time. She was
I go for Mercedes Sprinter van. Not my first choice. I've had to work on those before. Not a fan of the Mercedes Sprinters.
Charged with DUI.
I prefer the GM Savannahs because they have the 4.8 Vortec, and the Vortec is pretty much unkillable. That's why, like, all three of our family's trucks have the Vortec in them, and they're so easy to work on. They're unkillable, unless the spark plug threads on cylinder 3 go for a shit. They're pretty much unkillable. I gotta check out if it's Mercedes or VW.
And taken to the hospital for
Hey,
evaluation.
we should arrest this man. Damn, he's
4
smooth.
months later,
He's
Georgia
smooth.
State Police officers arrested her again after she...
Jesus fucking Christ, what a mess. And I'm ignoring the paint too. She's a mess of a phenotype.
fled and crashed in a stolen Honda Accord. Rumor has it that she was still covered in paint.
Yeah, Mercedes. No, I know the Spergs are always Mercedes. I knew that for a fact. I'm just saying, like, I'm just not much of a fan of them.
On June 29th of 2022, ASP Trooper Dwayne Niles attempted to stop the driver of a silver...
Wait, look at her! She became black! There, she can say the line! She can say it now! They swap color! She's like a Hot Wheels color changer! Just put some water on her! She'll change color!
Silver SUV for speeding. The suspect was either completely oblivious or thought that fleeing at normal highway speeds would somehow help them get away.
Charlemagne. Goddamn, we're having so much fun with this. I love these police chases. They're so much fun. Though I want to see some actually high-speed ones, like actual like race car, like for tuned-up like cannonball run chases. Then again, that's very rare because people who have like tuned-up cars like myself, we don't fucking do this type of shit. Oh, and I can't wait to put this on YouTube because I swear to God, when I put this on YouTube, I'm
driver
gonna be
continued
flagged
without
for
ever
a bunch
showing
of shit.
signs of stopping. But he wasn't showing signs of fleeing either. He didn't even slow down when the officer pulled alongside him and told him to stop. Convinced that the man was ignoring him, the officer...
And Sweden picks up cars for high speed and racing or drag. Exactly, that's why I mentioned R32. I see. Okay, so Luna, to understand the US and North America, it's a lot different over here, unfortunately. Spin the wheel, choose your race, exactly. Yeah, thank you, Charlemagne. But yeah, no, in North America, it's pretty bad in terms of selection of what you can get for fun cars.
Officer decided to make his presence known.
Like R32s are expensive in Europe, I know that, but like they are arm and a leg over here. Actually, sell your firstborn at 20,000 to 40,000, decent pricing. Well, Luna over here, a moderate condition or good condition R32 Skyline is like $135,000 USD. Because of mainly also the R34 because of the Fast and Furious movie. Skyline is different. Okay. Well, because of the Fast and Furious movies, the GTRs are expensive. Because of the Fast and Furious movie, mainly. Initial D, less so. And because people just want to put them on, make them into show cars. Skyline is like 80 to 200,000. 200,000 kroner. Are you talking about kroner or are you talking about USD or euro? Because I don't know what you're talking about over here. Because if you're in kroner, then like that's still dirt cheap. USD. Well, yeah, no shit, they're fucking expensive. Yeah, Skylines. Okay, Skylines are cheaper to buy. Okay, we're on the same frequency then. We on the same frequency, if you will. But yeah, no, it's pretty bad. Do you know what car I really want to drive though, Luna? Peugeot 106 GTI Rally. I think I can fit in it. I'm only 6'7". I can fit in a GTI Rally. Yucky. Excuse me. They are a beautiful little car. I love them. But yeah, I mentioned before that my favorite car is the one I drive, and that's a Volvo C30 T5. That's my favorite car. I tune those up. I love the white blocks. They're so much fun. I hate those cars. Which one? The Peugeot? Whee!
I do have you on the route. What's your takeaway?
The most popular Volvos there are the V40, V70, XC70, V90, or XC90. Yeah, I would imagine the States would be popular over in Sweden and the cross countries because of the terrain. I know you guys have up in northern Sweden, but once again, I love the C30. My favorite car. I love them.
Get on the ground.
They've just fit me so well. They fit me as a guy in my aesthetics and everything. I love them. They're such nice little cars. The T5 is what I drive, not the diesel.
Trooper Niles informed the man that he would have just gotten a ticket if he'd pulled over.
It's
now he was getting arrested for fleeing, and his car is most likely totaled.
Yeah, we don't know what he is.
Reverse! Oh. Traffic is medium. They are weaving in and out of traffic.
It began with a call about a shoplifting incident at the Dick's Sporting Goods store in Wawa.
God damn it. It's Dick's. He went to Dick's Sporting Goods. Okay, so Foot Locker or Dick's? Let's guess the race here, chat. Let's guess the race. Let's guess the race. That's like the ugly R33 version of R32. Like, you really want one car, but go for a cheaper option. I don't know what you're talking about here, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you're talking about like the C30 versus the V40. I don't know what you're talking about here. But yeah, let's guess the race. Let's guess the race. Let's guess the race. C30 like a woman's car. Don't do me like that, man. Robert Pattinson drove it in Twilight. And Robert Pattinson's very popular nowadays. Anyways. Let's guess the race. Dick's Sporting Goods. And it's not Foot Locker. That's how you guys see it there. Yeah, you guys in Sweden. You guys with your androgyny and your pixie cut hairs and everything. Yeah, you guys are very stereotypical about your manly cars, aren't you? Sure. Ooh, fuck you. Ooh woo, don't you fucking ooh woo me. I may look like a cat. I'm actually a lynx. So don't come at me sideways like I'm a cat boy. Anyways, this year we got a Dick's fuck you. we got a Dick's Sporting Goods. Now, Well, I say let's guess the race because I'm assuming it's gonna be sneakers stolen. Because if it's over if it's gonna be a good amount of money and they're calling the cops, probably sneakers. So let's guess the race. Let's guess the race. Let's guess the race. Who's it gonna be? Which persuasion? Charlemagne!
Tulsa, Wisconsin. Police tracked the suspect to a dark-colored Camry and attempted to
talking about?
initiate a traffic stop.
Oh, what we're talking about here? Luna, what we're talking about here is the guy stole from a Dick's Sporting Goods. He shoplifted. So, sneakers typically are the most likely option to be stolen. Typically Nikes or those Adidas, typically the ones that go. Those Air Jordans and Air Force Ones. So let's guess the race. There's sporting stuff within sex? Oh fucking hell. Just kidding. I know what it is. I know what you are. I know what you're doing there. But yeah, let's guess the race. I'm gonna say black.
However, the driver refused to pull over. Instead, she led the cops on a short chase before finally slowing on the side of a main road.
We're stopped right now about the 110 block of Capitol. Foot still on the brake. I don't know if they're going to.
No black person goes to Dick's to shop, but to steal on the other hand. Nikkei, he told a Korean waifu? She stole a Korean waifu? Never mind, that car, yeah. Well, you know what, man? You know what, Char? If a store was selling Korean waifus, you know, and I was a bit shortchanged, I'm still eating kimchi. I'm still eating kimchi tonight. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. I can become Korean. Please don't. Please don't pull that Ollie London. Where's my green card? Don't pull that Ollie London guy. Yeah, I became transracial.
Vehicle to come in case I exit and they take off again. Again, we're eastbound Capitol, about the 110 block. Driver of the Camry, roll your windows down now.
Roll them down.
.146 to.
Come on,
606.
do us a favor.
Just. You want to grab my sticks and try and slide them under the car? Yeah. On driver's side, in case they try and take off.
They're about to do that. I do not know what a store like that could do to a thief. You're gonna be brutally molested by 16 autistic clowns. Yeah, a bit late for that now. Well, there it goes.
146, we got sticks in front of the vehicle right now.
10 more.
Despite having nowhere to run, the suspect decided to test her luck anyway.
Of course you would.
Reverse!
Yeah, clear. He was driving a Mitsubishi Lancer. I'm a bit surprised from the Lancer.
146, vehicle's taking off again. Looks like the sticks hit.
Oh, she got 2 tires though. Yeah, she lost them.
We are eastbound on Capitol. Speeds are 60.
It might make you into a product. Char, I know you're Quebecois, but you're still as perverted as the other French are.
Traffic is medium. They are weaving in and out of traffic. They're still eastbound on Capitol.
She might be pulling away for now, but those spike strips were starting to take their toll.
I would have slid in the stick in front of the rear wheels. Well, I would have slid them in front of both wheels because, actually right up on the wheels because she had nowhere to move. One, and if you pop the rear wheels, once again, it's a front-wheel drive car. I believe this Camry was a front-wheel drive Camry. It's not the all-wheel drive model. So she'd basically be sliding around the rear, and a lot of these people don't know how to fucking overcorrect steering. So yeah, I guess that would work. But also, I just put them right up behind the front wheels. So behind and in front of the front wheels, so she has nowhere to go.
They're approaching 8.5 now. They are smoking right now. Looks like they're losing a tire. And foot 3 occupants.
It's basically a wannabe 240. Are you still talking about the C30? Yeah. Look at that. She's got that expensive purse too. I wonder if that's stolen as well. That fucking bag. I wonder if that bag is stolen too.
I got one occupant down on the ground. Looks like a passenger took off going westbound, and the driver took off going eastbound.
With one suspect in custody, officers moved into a nearby neighborhood in search of the others. They might be able to hide from the
like
cops,
most involves
but there's
front-wheel
no
drive,
outrunning this canine sniffer.
Okay. Let her loose, big boy.
That's whatever we stirred up.
Go get him, Roscoe.
Hey, get your hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Good boy, good boy.
Come on! Come on, get your hands up! I see you behind the garbage can! Face away from me! Face away!
Dumb. Look at that fucking hair.
Face away!
Come on, officer, get your form out the way.
Show me your hands!
Look at that hair. Fucking looks like a Netflix adaptation of Lazy Town.
I got covered.
This is Netflix Lazy Town. What are we gonna call this one? Like lazy O block or lazy section 8? Is that what we're gonna call it now? Or lazy hood?
Get on your knees. Drop down your knees. And hold it back, buddy. Keep your hands in your back.
She's the type to say she's a 10. No, she's a fucking 10 on the IQ scale.
Please don't be rude. Like my arm is
What's your name?
Oh, don't make demands. Netflix Ramona Flower. I don't see Ramona Flower. I just see Stephanie from Lazy Town, but Netflix adaptation.
What's your name?
I guess the pink hair and the sportwear.
Okay, I just want to make sure I see that at the top.
Christ, lazy cool. Fuck you, Shar. Look at the size of those lashes. Christ. And the drawn-on eyebrows. Oh, honey. Oh, honey, you... Girl, you are a fucking mess. True tea, you need to get worked on. Absolutely abysmal. That's not a slay. The only thing she slayed is her absolutely slaughtered her beauty standards. Oh my god. Queen, we need to get you back on some good shit right now, okay? We're gonna get you done, get your hair redone, get a nice long straight black weave. We're gonna get the boy you really want, okay? We're gonna get rid of those pubes we have on your eyelashes. We can get you some of that good, some nice shorter eyelashes. We're gonna make you look. We're gonna cut your hair short, and we're gonna get you smartened up, take those tattoos off, and girl, by the end of it all, you're gonna look like Halle Berry in the Flintstones. Come on, baby girl, let's go. It's talking about you looking like a bottom. Oh, fuck off. Don't call me a bottom.
Was ripped. Was that? Did you get bit by the dog at all? Anywhere? No.
What is it with everyone trying to turn me into a homo? Why is everyone trying to turn me into a homo nowadays? Right? They see a Lynx. They see a white boy Lynx with a little bit of motion, and they say to themselves, "Yeah, well, no, I'm not gonna smash." You know what? I even had this problem too. I had this problem back in high school as well. Everyone, like, people thought I was physically in shape and thought I looked gay because I was physically in shape. I had an otter mode athletic body. I just took care of myself. I'm sorry. I'm fucking straight as an arrow. You're in the denial stage. Oh, don't you dare try to pull that shit on me.
Okay, we'll take care of that in just a second. Right?
Next, you're gonna tell me to put on some stockings and tell me I need to get my egg cracked, and all of a sudden I'll be collabing with a bunch of vtubers who are trying to groom me into a woman.
I'm just confirming that you didn't get bit. That was already there.
I know.
Okay. All right. Stand up for us. All right.
That's what happened to Finster.
We only had one going this way, so I think this is. Yep. Okay. We're gonna walk you back out to the front then. Okay.
The suspect, Dariana Anderson, was arrested and charged with fleeing and
Dariana! You're not on the Finster level, oh thank Christ.
shoplifting. Inside her car,
Not like even the money's good enough. I just fucking run with the money. Plus, I'm never gonna do a face cam. Fuck that.
police found several pieces of men's clothing and Dick's Sporting Goods tags still attached. It's
course they did.
ironic, isn't it? She robbed a store, ran from the cops, then wound up hiding behind a trash can. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more...
I don't really see the irony, but okay. She is trash. She's very trashy. I guess it's fitting for her.
If you ain't a bitch, you still a nigga.